the path to purchase with our customer journey builder. You're not.
Is it still really echoey?
It's not really.
Oh god, I can hear myself. Sounds like really high pitched on my phone. Hi. Yes. I don't know what to do about that. Is it a bit better? I can't hear it as much. I can hear you without the echo. Okay, cool. Okay, that's good. I turned the aircon off. It is so hot in Australia right now. It is like in Victoria, or like where I'm from, it's 29 today. I've been melting. We haven't had a good weather day in ages. Where are all you guys from? Already got some comments. There's already so many comments. I'm melting. I'm so hot. Well, I wanted to sort of look through the materials I already have pre-cut and decide which ones I want for the market. I've got 2 markets this weekend, and I think they'll be big ones, especially because the weather's so good, and the last few weeks, months, I've had terrible weather at all my markets. It's just been like really gloomy. Luckily it hasn't rained at too many of them, but this is probably the first weekend in ages it's actually going to be like hot weather. Yes, Melbourne would be hot as, yeah, really hot. I'm like sweating. Raining in Queensland. Yes, I love my dress too. I really want to make some, like they seem really easy to make. I've been watching Rosary Apparel, Jeanette, I think. Terrible with names, as you may know. And yeah, she does some really cute ones. So I want to sort of make some myself, but it's finding the time to do that. So I'm just going to go through, I've got 3 massive tubs, like double the size of this, to go through, have a look first, and then I'm going to start cutting fabrics. I also have my box of scrunchies, or what's left from the 2 markets, so I'm going to maybe open that up just so I can see what's in here, because they're all sort of laid out in a way I can see them. And that way, like I was going to cut that one, which is a satin violet. So yeah, I know that I already have 3 of those, so I won't need to cut any of that material. It's 8:35 p.m. here, so my plan was to go live like an hour ago when the sun was still up, because this room's like, this is the kitchen. It's really dimly lit. The lights in here are yellowy, whereas in my craft room they're like bright lights, and obviously natural lighting's best anyway, but that didn't go to plan. That's exciting about markets opening up in Auckland. Alright, so I'm going to start sorting these out. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know, and I'll keep trying to check the chat out. just sort of getting some XL ones out because I'm a bit low on them. Not as low as I have been. I've got that one. Cool. All of these are my new ones. This one cut funny. I didn't notice it when I cut it. And by the way, I'm at the kitchen bench because usually it hurts my back too much doing it on the really low tables in there, in the craft room. So that's why I'm here. And where was I going with that? I can't remember. Alright, I think that's it for this box because I can just keep moving stuff around. There's actual big boxes now. I will eventually get to cutting them, but I mean, already those two I already have over here. I have like whole massive piles of fabric that I picked and brought out here. I had those in the piles, so if they're already pre-cut, it makes my life easier. I've already got so many pink velvets, they're not really selling that well at the moment. That. How are your hoodie designs going? Good question. So my merch is coming out in January for my 8th anniversary of Made by Taylah Rose, and I'll be doing 2 designs now, just because it got a bit too much with all the different sizing, all the different colors and stuff. And I'm getting quotes again. I'm redoing my quotes just because I want to find out how much embroidery will cost. So I might do embroidery for extra, more expensive, because they're really expensive to get them embroidered close to me, and even further out they're still like $20 to get embroidered, because I'm doing sort of a low quantities to start off with because I don't know how they're going to go. So I'm going to bring out the entrepreneur one and my logo one in a couple different colors. Mostly I think I'm going with, what have I ordered? I've ordered like an ash color, like a light grey, and I've ordered whites because they didn't really have much of a selection in colors. And then I'm also going to bring out some tees, like t-shirts. So they're a bit cheaper if you still wanted to buy something, and also coming to Australia in summer, you probably won't want to wear a hoodie. So I thought I'd bring out some t-shirts too. But yeah, it's going along nicely. I just placed my next order for my jumpers. Now I've got 100 jumpers. 50 of them are in that back room already, and they're like a mixture. They're a massive mixture of Gildan Hammer, Gildan, just normal Gildan, heavy blend, AS Color, and I think that's it. Yeah, but they're all like different. So I've just placed an order for the white and the ash colors, and then I'm going to place another order for the t-shirts as well, probably through AS Color, but I'm going to wait because the color I want is currently out of stock, and they say it's coming in next week or this week, end of this week. So I'll keep my eye on that because that would be good to get. Yeah, the color I want to get like baby pink to do the logo on, and then if I'm going to do the entrepreneur one, I'm not too sure in the t-shirts yet, because yeah, there's just so many once you get like into what you want, then there's like the color choices and then the sizes, yeah, and then I don't know if they're going to sell. So yeah, and I've already got 100 of them, so yeah, anyway, they're coming out on my 8th year anniversary in January, which I think is the 20th. That's so bad. I should remember that considering I've celebrated 8 times. But hi, Melissa. Do you recommend just shipping to Australia first? And then if we do well, take it globally? When I first started, I went worldwide straight away. So it just depends. It's different now though, because you've got to factor in the shipping costs. It's so much more expensive to ship overseas now, because before you could ship in an envelope for, $3, $4. There are a heap of petitions going on around that though. People trying to get those envelope shipping back for Australia. Because at the moment it's $13.70 to ship the exact same thing that we could ship for $3.50 like 2 years ago. Yeah. So I think there are petitions going around about that. Hopefully that comes back in for small, like people that sell small things and can ship in envelopes so much cheaper. It's really hard to sort through fabric and answer questions at the same time. I didn't realize how hard that would be. Any tips for someone who's starting a small business? Definitely love what you do. It helps a lot. So if you really enjoy what you're doing, you're gonna put a lot more effort in, I think. If you're only doing it for the money, just purely because money or whatever, you probably won't, go very far. But if you do it because you have a passion for it, it kind of goes hand in hand, sort of thing. Just practice makes perfect, especially if it's handmade. You can't start off with the 100% best product, So just keep practicing on whatever item you're making. And reels are really good, I find, and TikToks. And post consistently. Although I barely post consistently, I need to, I really do. Because posting consistently helps so much. Yeah, Marie had a good point there. So she says, research, don't start something that has been saturated in the market unless you have a twist to it. So in one of my more recent videos that hasn't been uploaded yet, I just talked about niching down. If you are really wanting to start in a saturated market like candles or scrunchies, you really need to niche down in what you're doing. Find something that's quite different to what everyone else is doing. For me, example, I've been doing the white elastic scrunchies from the start. That was something that I wanted to do, and I sort of found my niche there. So they're different from other scrunchies. So you just gotta find something that's different, put your twist to it, like Marie said. Reels can be really tricky, that's for sure. I don't know, my advice is it is hard to get out of your comfort zone to film, but once you start filming, it gets a lot easier every time. So you just, gotta put yourself out there and start. I usually do Reels research, so I'll spend quite a long time just scrolling through TikTok or through the Reels function in Instagram. And I'll choose stuff that I find relevant, like sounds, different ideas and stuff. And then I'll put my own twist to it. I don't have a lot of, on TikTok, there was one comment that says I struggle finding ideas. On TikTok, I struggle with it because the stuff that I'm liking on my main, even on my normal account, on my main account and on my business account, it's stuff that isn't small business, so I never get small business stuff in there. It's not like dogs and stuff. But on my business page, that's where I find the most relevant reels to me, I guess. Because I'm continuously going through and liking so many other small creators and that sort of stuff. So I think you need to, when you go through, try, if you have like 2 separate accounts, make sure when you're going through, try and make it more businessy. So like all the business stuff or watch all the business stuff, and don't get caught up watching the dog videos. Because otherwise they're going to keep recommending all the dog stuff or whatever you're watching, and they won't recommend the business stuff, if that makes sense. I think that's all that's in this box too. It's linen. I've gone through so many of these boxes and got already all the good stuff out. Well, all the good stuff that I think will sell at markets. Next year, I'm doing a massive clear out on my fabrics, because after the revamp, I found there's actually so many fabrics that no one's bought at all. And then there's heaps of fabrics that people are buying continuously. So to make room for more fabric, I think I'm just going to do a massive clear out and get rid of a heap. I'll try and do them in scrunchie form first. Try and clear out the specific patterns and stuff. But if that doesn't really work, might sell the fabrics, I'm not sure. But yeah, I need more room, so I need to get rid of them somehow. So I'm running out of room. That is not good selling. What do you do if you get unmotivated because you're working alone and with the same routine? I don't get unmotivated too much because I usually am really good with deadlines. But I mean, this week, maybe I've been not as motivated to get all my market stuff done because I knew I had 3 days, but it took me 2 days to make like 10 orders, which it shouldn't have. It did. I don't know, I work better under pressure, so I think that's what motivates me. It is hard to be working alone, but I mean, I'm continuous, like I do lives and stuff, and I have like friends that are in the same sort of position as me, which I'm always talking to, like Sophie from April Scrunchies. So yeah, I'm always on Snapchat with her and talking to her, so it doesn't really feel lonely to me, I guess. It's really not that bad. Thank you, such nice comments. But I'm not even going to try and pronounce names because I always get them wrong. I'm horrible at pronunciation of names. So bad. There's a comment here that says that their older sister is named Taylah, spelled the same way, and Rose is her Catholic confirmation name. It was actually very funny. On the weekend, I met another Taylah Rose, exactly the same spelling, and they had come to the market just to see me, I think. Oh, well, at least that's what they said. They were like, oh my God, yeah, we saw the post and we have to come now. Meet ya. So I thought that was really funny. So I didn't even know there was another Taylah Rose with the exact same spelling out there, especially in Victoria and close to me. So I thought that was pretty crazy. Oh my God, 2 a.m. That's so late. Although I can't talk. I stayed up to like 2 a.m. last night watching TikToks. So bad. I'm really not loving all these fabrics because they're all the ones I don't like. I want to get to the stuff that I need to cut. I just keep touching them all and nah. I think I've got one over there. Yeah, I do. Oh, I have that one too. Blue metallics. I've found that a lot of printed stuff is selling at the moment, like cats or avocados, watermelon. They always sell so well at markets. Not so much online, like I don't get that many orders online, but always at markets, there's always so many. They're like the first ones to go. Like flamingos. I'm also having an issue with my elastic supplier. Well, I can't even remember what they've said now, but my elastic I get, my thick stuff's fine. It's the thin one, which I use for the thin elastic scrunchies that I offer. I've only got like not much left at all, and they've said, like I placed another order and they said it's on back order and isn't coming for a little while. Although now I can't remember if they called me up and said that they had found some. Can't remember. Really can't. That's terrible. It was early in the morning when they called. It was way too early. I've got no idea. I forgot to keep looking at what's in my box. I found that at the start of the month I was selling so many leopard prints, and then so I made a heap of leopard print fabric, and then by the end of the month I still have a lot of leopard prints left. They didn't sell as well. So here we go. Okay. Here's some fabric piles. Oh god. I can't work out where I was up to. I have my first market this week and I'm so nervous. Is there a secret to attracting more customers into your store? I reckon if it's inviting. So the main points for that is a white gazebo top. If it's white with white walls, it's going to make everything pop. I find like darker gazebos, I don't, like even myself, I don't really want to go into it because it's really hard to see the product, and most people aren't going to actually go into your store. They're just going to look. They're going to walk past and look at your stuff and like do like a, they won't go in unless they know what it is and like want to see. So yeah, having a white gazebo helps so much, and also putting all your stuff upright, like having stuff at different levels helps a lot. You don't want everything on the table laying flat because, yeah, as I said, people are reluctant to actually walk into a market stall. They want to just look from the outside and like look at what's going on. So yeah, if you have stuff that's more inviting, it will help heaps. I started off with an Oz Trail gazebo, which had a blue top. And when I made the change to the white top, it made such a massive difference to just everything, like my appearance and everything. Especially like white walls, because I used to have like grey walls. Yeah, it just makes everything so much lighter and brighter compared to darker tops. But white tops are a bit harder to get, like they're more expensive. So maybe something to look into in the future. Because yeah, as I said, I spent like the first few years of my market life with the blue top rather than an actual white one. But they are worth it. I feel like I already have this one made a couple times, but just in case, I'm going to make it because this market that I'm going to on the weekend, I had so many people like this month, started this month, asked me for leopard print. I'd sold out straight away, and I want to make sure I have enough. I already have quite a few in there, but this one's not on its board yet. A lot of these fabrics won't be on the boards yet because they're brand new. It would have been easier if I got this specific one that was on the board, but this one's new. I ordered it online. Oh, all the lint's going in my nose already. You wear a mask. Where did we get to? I've lost my spot again. Thank you, Debbie. Where do you ship? I ship worldwide, but I don't ship to UK through my madebytaylahrose.com website because, or UK and the EU in general, because of their, I don't know, new VAT laws. I can't work my head around it, so I just left that to Etsy. Etsy like deals with all that stuff and collects the VAT and remits it and stuff like that. So any EU orders need to go through the Etsy website. Obviously, I don't have everything on Etsy, so if you find something you like that's on my actual website, just message me and I'll get that sorted for you. I'll put it up. I don't have to do this. It's not folded at all. Where did I get to? Are you still making masks? How's Australia right now, pandemic wise? Okay, I stopped making masks for the markets because we in Australia or in Victoria, each state's different. We are like 90-something% vaxxed over 12 years, and we no longer need masks outside at the moment, by the way, just like at this point in time, because apparently there's a new variant coming along. Anyway, yeah, at this point in time, we don't need masks for like outdoor events or pretty much anywhere indoors besides retail and like public transport and stuff. But retail's getting scrapped the 15th of December. You don't have to wear masks indoors anymore for that. But yeah, you don't have to wear masks to clubs or bars, food places. But maybe the restaurant staff do. I'm not too sure. I think we're getting around 1,000 cases a day still, and a couple of deaths, but I don't know, I'm not too sure about it. I haven't really looked at it for a while. That's just what I've seen on Facebook lately, and I'm probably wrong about it, so don't quote me. I've noticed over time that you're change from doing X amount of scrunchies per print type, etc. Now it seems you're doing made to order. I've always sort of been made to order, just because I can't keep enough stock in. Anything that's pre-made is like my market stock, and it's just, you know, the luck of the draw if I do have it in stock at the time. It's something that I do want to change next year, but it's way too hard for me, I think, because I don't have the space. And I don't want to get a warehouse or anything. I just want to wait until we build another house, a bigger house. Because yeah, this one's too small for like my craft room and stuff. Especially because I came from the farm. It was double the size of the room I'm in now. Plus I had my other rooms and a couple more. I should be doing more than one cut of this one. So yeah, it's a bit hard to be made to, it's a bit hard to have all the stock on hand, especially because I have over 600 products. But it is something I want to try and look into for like the more popular prints next year. And again, that's why I want to clearance out my ones that I know that haven't sold, so I can start looking towards, being less made to order, have more stuff in stock. But I don't know how I'm going to go with that because, as I said, I work better under pressure, so I will get more scrunchies done in the lead up to a market, or if they're made to order, than if I just say, oh, I need to get, you know, this whole lot of scrunchies done, if that makes sense. I know myself, and I know that now I probably won't get them done, even if I set like a deadline, because like, no one's actually ordered them yet, sort of thing. And one of the comments says, I find it interesting you have to have insurance for your vendor. That's not a thing here. Yes, we do have to have public liability insurance, and it's for a good reason. I don't know if like where you guys do it, like whether it's in America or whatever. I don't know whether they already have they would have to have some sort of insurance, because the amount of gazebos I've seen hit people, let alone kids, other cars. I've seen gazebos hit people's property before. And that is why you have public liability, to save yourself if that does happen. Yeah, I've seen so many. One time I was at a market that was next to a highway, like a freeway sort of thing. One of the gazebos lifted in the wind and flew over into the highway. And I don't think anyone was hurt, but that was crazy. And another one, there was two gazebos attached together, flipped and hit a kid. That I think she looked about 10, hit her right in the arm. Another one, I've seen so many over the years. Another one would be, it almost hit like a little toddler, but the dad, like superhero move, just like grabbed him and ran off with him, because yeah, it was flipped and it come quick too. One almost hit me. How could I forget that one? It was across from me, a gazebo. It almost hit my gazebo, but I went to grab it. And then for a split second, I was like, God no, because that would have snapped my arm if that pole had hit me. And yeah, that gazebo ended up just a bunch of metal, just all scraps. It was terrible. That is why we have that is why you need the insurance in Australia, to protect yourself from that sort of stuff happening. Some markets do have it as an extra cost, rather than you have to have it yourself. Like with the stall fee, some markets even have it within the stall fee. So they already have it to sort of, protect everyone. But yeah, that's why we have it. Any news about your industrial machine? Yes, so I've been in contact again because I had a suggestion for a different machine, but he said he still recommends the one I already mentioned, which I can't remember what it was. It was the 8000A Juhi. So I'm thinking I'll get that one. I just need to find time to go down to Melbourne and test it out and get it. So yeah, it will be soon though. It'll be like within the next few weeks. I might even go just before Christmas, because that's when all my markets stop. So the 21st, I think, might be a time to go. Just depends if they're open. But yeah, they said I can try the machines out as well. And if I just give him notice, he can have it all set up for me. Because they assemble it for you as well. It's like included in the fee, and it comes on its own table. So yeah, they're really good to talk to. That's Elizabeth Sewing Centre, I think. But yeah, I'm really excited for the machine. I'm just gonna have to do a massive clear out of the craft room and move things around. And I'm thinking I might get all new furniture again, because I don't think we're going to build for a long time yet, like another, I don't know, year or two. So I think if I get some better furniture in there, it might help me out. I just have to see. I don't really want to get rid of my fabric wall, because I like that in the videos. But yeah, just have to see. I keep getting distracted. So I'm reading all your comments, trying to catch up. Yeah, a gazebo is like a marquee, Apparently, there's actually a difference between a marquee and a gazebo. I had no idea. I was reading one of my markets I go to. They have a massive document thing, and I just decided to read it because why not? And right at the end, it said there's a difference between a marquee and a gazebo. A gazebo is sort of, you know, your one that you set up in the sand. It's like quite a flimsy one. Whereas a marquee, which is what I have, cost me nearly $1,000. It's very sturdy, and they're built for sort of events. Whereas your gazebo is cheaper, but it's not as sturdy. They're much lighter, and they can easily break, sort of thing. But yeah, pretty much it's just the thing that people stand under when they're at a market. They're about 3 by 3 meters. One of the comments, I see a lot of stray gazebos and dumped, destroyed gazebos when I go camping. You need good weights. Yes. When I went, where was it? I was in Locksport for some reason. I have a holiday house up there, but I saw it was really windy day, and there was a lot of gazebos out by the water because we're really close to the lake, and I saw 3 of them go within space of 2 minutes, and one of them was a double. So they had two of the gazebos kind of tied together. That was just a mess. It was just metal, twisted. It was terrible. But yeah, it's so sad that people just dump them like that. You see it a lot at festivals, like BTV, Beyond the Valley. I saw it when I went years ago now because of COVID. But yeah, I saw a lot of that sort of stuff get left behind. Like just broken things. Thanks, Reese. Like grabbing a flying gazebo, I feel like it's instinct to just, try and stop. Yeah. But I'm really glad I didn't. I'm really glad I stopped myself, and yeah, it was just that instinct to pop your arm out and try and yank it. God, it would have broken my arm, and that would not have been good. This was a while ago now though. This was back before COVID, so for that specific one that nearly hit me, because I haven't had that market in so long, and it makes me so sad because that market was a good one. They just haven't come back since COVID hit the first time, which is a shame because pretty much every single other market I've been to is already back on. Thank you, Lena. Lena. I'm gonna say Lena. Thanks, Caitlin. Yes, they're going so well. I've been using my little the sticky notepad because I actually had run out of them, and I was like, I'm going to go down the street and buy more. And then I always forget when I am down the street, so that came in so handy. So thank you so much. And if anyone hasn't watched my most recent, it was the most recent one. I had this lovely lady come up to me, and she had a little gift for me at the markets because I did her order the night before, and she came and collected it from the market. And yeah, I think she has her own little business and does notebooks and sticky notepad things. So yeah, I got like a little gift pack. It was really nice. Made my day. Okay, good. I actually have someone, it was back in primary school. I knew someone with the same name, same spelling. So like, well, we're just going to guess that way. Because it's, names are so hard because so many people have different pronunciations for them. Like you might know someone with this is how you say it and this is the spelling, but someone else might have the exact same name, but you say it completely different. This satin is my favorite. I get a lot of questions on how I sew satin. I use good satin. Because this satin is the deluxe satin from Spotlight. Is so much better than some of the other satins you can get from there. The other satins fray so easily. Like right now, these are barely frayed at all. And they've been pulled in and out of my like cabinet thing. And they're barely frayed, but other ones are completely a mess. I think I have one here somewhere. I don't know where it is now. I can't see it. But yeah, it's like all frayed and just disgusting. So yeah, this is my favorite satin to work with. It's actually the reason I refuse to do satin. I refused to do satin for so long because I just hated the fabrics I was working with, so I just didn't do it. I just refused to do it. But now that I've found this satin, it's just it's one of my favorites to work with because like it's so silky, but it's also it doesn't fray everywhere, and it doesn't pull as easy either. Some of them you just have like rough fingers and it pulls everywhere. How many scrunchies do you make per pattern? For the market, I usually do 2 to 4. Just depends on how I'm feeling because I have so many different. I have over 500 fabrics now, so I have to be really choosy. And sometimes I'll make the full 4 and none of them will sell. So I like to have a lot of variety because people just like what they like and some people like stuff and some people don't. For the popular stuff, I'm making 4, so the satins, especially because I've got 2 markets this weekend and I've got a wedding in between, so I won't actually be able to do another restock. So I'm thinking if I make 4 and if I sell 2 of that specific print or colour, I'll still have enough to sort of put them on the board. I can fit 3 scrunchies on one of my pegs. And I think red might be popular because of Christmas coming up. So I'll make a few of the red ones. I really need a sharper one of these. I only just changed it though, so I don't really want to put a new one on because it's fine for all the other fabrics, just not satin sometimes. It'll be a bit tricky. I also filmed I think I filmed 2 videos this week already. I filmed a not massive, but it was a haul for my fabrics that I got. Spotlight had like a massive sale, clearance sale at Sale, which is the town I went to for a market, and most of their fabrics were $2 to $4 a meter. So yeah, I went crazy. I bought so much. I just told the lady, finish the bolt. Yeah, just give me everything that's on there. Because for that cheap, like why not? So good. And then I also got so much more of this deluxe satin because of the coupon. Spot has the coupon going on right now, which is you spend $100, you get $40 off, and that's including already discounted fabrics. So yeah, I've got a heap of this deluxe satin while it was like cheaper. The satin's called deluxe satin. Yeah, that's literally that's what it's called from Spotlight. I've tried a few of the other satins, like the Semco satin, the Winston satin. Winston's really thick. The Semco frays heaps, and it's the sort of fraying that you don't like. Like this is how much this is frayed, and this it's barely anything. So easy to deal with. I really should be making a pile of XLs. Maybe I'll put the XLs in that one. so I don't get confused later on. Oh, there's... And I just filmed another Q&A video as well. So hopefully you guys like that one. This specific Q&A video was literally from August, all the questions. I hadn't had time to film it, and I just happened to do my makeup, and you know, I've been procrastinating making this market stock, so I was like, you know what, I'll just film this video that I've been putting off for like months. But I finally got there. And now it's filmed. The new one that I posted, I've got like a new question on my Instagram stories right now. It's more to do with like the business aspect. So you can go ask questions in there if you want as well. If you want it answered in another actual video. I mean, but you can also ask them here because I'll be able to answer them. Although usually when I'm like this, the answers to my questions aren't as thought through because I've been put on the spot. I feel really bad for Flo. I put her outside because I knew that she would be trying to jump on me or doing things because I'm talking. And now it's really dark. I want to bring her in. How many scrunchies do you get out of each cut of your fabric strips? So for my normal size scrunchies, I get 2. So this is a very large WOF, but I will cut it straight in the middle, and that's how long my strips will be. There's ones that are cotton, so they're a lot shorter, but I'll use just whatever half of the WOF is. And then there's velvets, probably the only one that I don't do half, because the velvets are way too thick when I do that. They're way too thick. So I usually cut them into 3s, which is about 20 inches, whereas these ones range between 22 to 29 inches. So yeah, I get 2 out of my normal scrunchies, and then for my big ones, I get 1. So I'll use that full strip to make the scrunchies. The only exception is with the velvets, because again, they are way too thick. So I usually cut off about 20 inches, which then again makes one of the smaller scrunchies. But yeah, otherwise they're way too thick and heavy on the hair, I found. And then for my petite scrunchies, I get 2 out of a small strip, so like they're just a bit thinner. And then for my mini scrunchies, I get between 3 and 4. So yeah. Just depends on the type of fabric, because a lot of my fabrics have different WOF, which is width of fabric. What are your hobbies and other interests? I don't really have any hobbies. This is my hobby, which turned into a full-time business. I like watching TikTok. I don't really do much else because I don't really have the time, which is a shame. I'd say I like going outdoors, but I don't. I will go outdoors, like if I want to go outdoors more so when Reese gets back for summer. I want to go on little adventures with him. But yeah, at the moment, it's a bit hard to find the time to do sort of hobbies and stuff. I really enjoy this though. This started out as sort of like a hobby thing, and now it's, yeah, just what I do, and I love it. I really want to get into reading, but reading's a bit hard for me as well because I always want to be doing something. So I'm thinking about audiobooks. I did download a heap of audiobooks, but then I never listened to them. Oh, I don't know if you guys see my Instagram story. I got some, I don't know how to say it. Is it Bossy headphones. They were recommended by so many of you guys on the Instagram story. I like put up what do you guys recommend for headphones, noise cancelling ones, because I found using my AirPods with the earmuffs, they hurt so much. Like it dug in and it made me, and plus like the earmuffs were so tight on my head. When I got those, I was like, oh my god, this was like a feather, and they are so much better. Like I can't hear barely anything. It literally, I can't even hear myself doing that. It's so good. You know what? That's one thing. Like in the video I filmed today, someone asked, "What do you wish you did, like wish you knew before you started your business?" I wish I knew to wear protective stuff. I wish I had started wearing earmuffs or like protective hearing stuff years ago, because now I feel like I've actually lost hearing. I wish I wore I just wish I had thought about it, because now I can't even use the sewing machine without having something on my ears because it is so loud. So yeah, I definitely recommend, if you guys don't have sort of ear protection, get ear protection. Like sewing machines will make you go deaf. They're so loud. That's something I wish I did years ago. So I'm gonna make a reel about that, because it makes such a big difference. And I'm glad I got I think I got the 45. There was a Quiet Comfort 45. There was a new one because I got that recommended the most. And I got it on a Black Friday deal, like a sale. I probably could have got cheaper, but I found it at Maya for $100 off. So I thought, you know what, that will do. And they arrived today, so I was really excited. And also talking about protective stuff, there's a lot of people that recommend wearing masks because the stuff gets all up in your sinuses. But I've got something out of my nose. I've already got something taken out, and I've got my tonsils out. I don't know if that will do anything, but and plus I don't really sew that much. That's very linty. It's more like velvet. So when I was playing around with those boxes before earlier in the video, that was really velvety full. So yeah, I got a lot of it in my face, but I mean, I'm not really sewing a lot of velvets at the moment. Yeah. So I don't really need to wear a mask, but that's also recommended. And of course, safety glasses, but I only wear them when I'm worried about the needle snapping, and that's when I'm going across lots of layers. And then once I get my industrial, I don't think I'm going to even worry about it, because I feel like it's going to go across layers more effortlessly, sort of thing. So I really want to close in the scrunchie. I'm just going to close this window just so the neighbours don't hear me. The model is 40, Quiet Comfort 45. So it's the newest one, I think. And they're the head ones, not the earphone ones. Sorry, I've missed heaps of them. Hang on. Will you make bows? Not on this live stream, but I will have bows for the market, and I still make them for the website. Where's my next pile? Over here. And I do enjoy making bows still, so I'm glad I put them back on the website. I already have that one. Some of these I already have had in the boxes. That one as well. And I don't need more of those because I don't even know if they'll sell. What's some advice for me, a teen who is starting a business, pursuing her passion for earring making? Let me think. Definitely make sure you get on the reels and TikToks and post consistently. I know that's like what everyone says, but it really does work. If you're posting it every day, it helps so much. I've like read some of the more successful businesses are posting 2 times a day. I don't know how they have the time for that, but they must have a good marketing person. But yeah, 2 to 3 times a day. But I think once a day, and trying to do a couple reels a week. Reels are getting pushed at the moment. Well, not the moment, but they usually are by Instagram. And I found with TikTok, so I was really struggling on TikTok. I barely had 1,000 followers. And then when I posted for probably 2 weeks straight every day, I got up to nearly 10K. And then I slowed down again because I stopped posting. So I think it's really much about consistency. Posting behind the scenes as well, I think helps. My product photos don't do well in the feed at all. And like stylized photos, like with like a model, they never do well. I used to like send my products out to people to take photos, and those photos, people didn't like them. My followers didn't like them. They much prefer either seeing me or seeing stuff behind the scenes. And I like taking behind the scenes shots, and it's much easier as well. You don't have to like worry too much. You kind of just snap what you're doing. Good photos help. Like natural lighting. Like don't try and take photos at nighttime like this. I know it looks bright in here, but it won't be on the phone. Like in a camera photo, it wouldn't look very good. What else? Yeah. Make sure you've got all your legal requirements done if you are starting a legitimate sort of business thing. Like I don't know where you're from, but in Australia, it's like your ABN, registering your business name, that sort of stuff. Do you sell more at markets at this time of year or online? This is such a great question. So I've said this in so many of my Facebook groups I'm in. The reason that small businesses aren't making a lot of sales during this time, especially ones that don't do paid advertising, and I don't do any sort of paid advertising, is because everyone else is doing paid advertising and just they're yelling so much louder than us. So usually I slow right down in November, starting from like mid-November to December. December is usually my worst month online every year. Since I started, December's always been barely any sales. And I definitely think that's because like the bigger businesses or even bigger, smaller businesses, they're all doing paid promotions. They're just yelling louder than what I am. Because I'm just doing, I'm just posting what I usually post and it's not getting seen as much. So I was already prepared for that to happen. Like my Black Friday sale, which I didn't even promote really. I posted one post about it probably 2 days prior, and then I posted about it on the Black Friday, and I think I may have done, a reminder post. And I only did one email for it too, so there wasn't much about it. Like I still got 35 orders or 40 orders. Whatever I got, it will be in one of my next vlogs, so I'm packaging them all up next week. But I think if I did paid advertising, or if I sort of, was yelling louder, I would have got more. But I kind of didn't want more because I had 3 markets last weekend, or 3. I think it was 3 or 2. I can't remember now. I've got 2 this weekend. I've got 3 next weekend. And then I might have another 3 the weekend after. So yeah, I sort of need this time to work on my market stock because they are massive. My markets are massive in December and November. They're massive. So I do much better at markets at like at the end of November and definitely December than I do online. And yeah, that's mostly because of the advertising stuff and my stuff not just not getting seen. So you'll probably find that my follow count will go up heaps in January, because it always does. It's always sort of like stays like this, and as soon as January hits, it's like, because everyone stops doing the paid promotions, all the big brands. Like I struggled so much to get 40k. I was sitting below 40k and then above 40k for over a week. I still haven't done my 40k post because I'm scared I'm gonna go back under, because I keep losing. I lose followers every day and that's normal, but I'm losing enough followers that I am actually losing followers rather than gaining the same amount. So yeah, once I did that video though and said that, you guys must have went and followed me, because I did gain 50 new followers. So now I'm sitting at, I think, 40,030. But yeah, I keep watching it go down because people just keep on following. So I'm waiting for myself to go back under 40k. So that's why I haven't done it. Like I've got the balloons and everything ready, and I've got photos, which I think I'll take new ones, but I wasn't gonna do this one. But yeah, I've got it all ready to go, and I just haven't posted about it and said, oh my god, thanks for 40,000 followers, because I reckon I'm gonna go back under. It won't be until, maybe I'll do it at the end of December. Make sure that I won't go back under. Has anyone else found that? You're not getting as many orders, or you're not getting seen as much. Like even my reels aren't getting seen as much. I usually do really well on the reels. No, yeah, I definitely think it's because of Black Friday and Christmas, just all the other brands, and there's just so many people, like businesses trying to get everyone's attention, so it's really hard to get seen. 5:25 a.m. Oh my goodness, so early. Yeah, standing while working is so much better. I used to stand while working all the time at the farm, because this was sort of my height of the table I had, because I don't know if you guys have watched my older vlogs, or if you guys are new subscribers, but when I used to live with my dad, I had this, it was like a buffet hutch. It was like the bottom of it, and it was really tall, and I would always be standing, and it was rock solid. Like it was so heavy, it was proper wooden, it was good quality, and I had painted it like a creamy color, so it sort of matched everything in the room. But it was just so good, and I miss it so much, because yeah, I could just cut and like nothing would shake. At the moment I've got the Kmart tables, so I bought everything from Kmart because I didn't actually think that I would, like I thought that I would be building soon. Like I really didn't think I would need to be staying in the small room for too long. I thought, oh yeah, we'll build quite soon, but now I'm thinking probably best not to just yet, because like the market, oh my god, it's so expensive right now to get into the market for housing. Everything's gone up by like $150,000 at least. Like the blocks behind this house here are like another 100k just for the block, and it's the exact same size. Yeah, it was ridiculous, and they're even getting more expensive. So, and I want land. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to wait for the house. But I'm gonna definitely have to do something about the room. I'm gonna have to buy new furniture, because yeah, I can't with that small table, like it's so low. I found that as soon as I unboxed and made it, I was like, oh my god, this is so low, and it's really rickety. Like you can see, like that's why my sewing machine moves so much, it's because it wobbles, it vibrates so much because it's such a cheap table. So I think when I get the industrial machine, I'm gonna also maybe go to IKEA or some of the other big places that have furniture up in Melbourne and have a look what they have. Because yeah, I'm wanting to do another studio just revamp because I'm getting sick of this one. It's just, yeah, it's not working for, like, I can make it more optimal for the space I'm in. I can do it. I need different stuff. And I'm also thinking about getting crates and everything color coordinated as well. And like, doing that. But yeah, I need a bigger space, but at the moment it's just not, I just can't at the moment. Because I definitely want to work from home. I think I've already said this like so many times, but I don't want to rent somewhere or, buy something when that's something I want to do in the future. Like, I want to actually purchase land and build a house and build it to my specifications. I don't really want to like rent a warehouse and then have to drive there. And like, let alone who knows where I'd be able to rent it in this small town. Even if I could find a place, I would hate driving there. It would feel like such a job, and like, I'd feel really uncomfortable working this late. I wouldn't feel comfortable working late hours. And then who's going to look after Flo when I'm gone? Like, I would be there all day, and Flo's going to be here all by herself. Got to think of the dog. So yeah, I have lots of excuses why I don't want to get a warehouse. What does Reese do for work? He works as a crane, oh my god, not operator. He works like fixing them. So he's like a mechanic on the cranes, on rigs, like oil rigs. He works offshore. So he works, it's called, I'm going to get this wrong, FIFO. Every time I say one of them, someone corrects me, and then I can't remember which one it is that's correct. Yeah, but he works fly in, fly out, and he's on a 2-week roster. So he's home for 2 weeks and he's away for 2 weeks, which it's hard, but it's also a good thing because I can sort of get a lot of stuff done while he's gone, because I work late nights while he's gone. And then when he's back, I'll try. It's like really hard at the moment because of Christmas, and like, I've just been flat out with orders and markets. But usually, like in the quieter seasons, I'll try and not work as much, and then we can like take holidays and take day trips and stuff, which is really good. I love that. So yeah, we can. I'd much prefer it than if he was working a 9 to 5. I think. But yeah, that's what he does. But it is hard, obviously. It's very, very challenging, I guess, very physically demanding work. And it's just, yeah, it is hard. What else? I think I was going to say something else about that. What was I going to say? I can't remember. A lot of these fabrics I haven't even got online yet, and they're not going to end up online because I've got barely any of it left. I purchased all these for the advent calendars. I'm running out. But yeah, we're thinking about going on a holiday in probably February, but it just depends on everything because I don't know if the borders are going to be open. I reckon Queensland's going to be in lockdown by the time January comes around, February, because of like everyone's going to be travelling, like New South Wales and Victoria, and they're just going to spread it everywhere. My dad and his girlfriend had booked Bali and we were going to go there, but I really doubt that's going to go ahead now. And also we wanted to go to New Zealand because that is Reese's like heritage, and we want to go there, but I doubt that we're going to be able to get across the borders because of COVID. So yeah, I really just wanted to go away. I really wanted to go to Queensland, especially in summer, but I don't think that's going to happen either. Would have been good to go like now while everything's open, but we can't because of me, because I'm so busy. And I sort of can't in January because like we could probably go for a quick holiday when he gets back. He gets back I think the 6th of January. He'll be back like before December ends, but I think it gets back around the 6th or 4th. So we'll probably do like a little short holiday then before my 8-year anniversary stuff, because that's going to take quite a bit of prepping, I think, especially with the jumpers and the other stuff I'm going to launch, different materials. I'll probably do all the new scrunchie designs. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that would be a massive week for me. That week and the week before, trying to do everything. I can't find time to make reels. Like, it is hard. It is. Usually what I do is I will set out like half a day or a couple of hours in I don't know, a week, and just film them constantly. No, not consistently, continuously. And I'll just sit there and I'll film the exact same thing over and over again. And then once I think I've got the correct one, I'll go on to the next one that I want to film. Like, I'll have all these real ideas down, and all these sounds ready, and just I'll film them all. And then the part that takes me longest is editing them. Like, I have probably another 50 reels sitting on my camera memory card right now that haven't been edited for months. Like, it's been ages since I did my last reel thing. Yeah, it's been so long. But I need to film like more of this sort of stuff. But that's, I don't know. What I should be doing is taking snippets from my filming, like my vlogs, and posting that. I know it'd be the wrong way, but like if I can crop it and make it still look alright, that's what I need to be doing. Because I film so much, I have so much content. It's landscape, not this way. Have you thought about making Apple Watch bands? I haven't really considered bringing in any more lines right now because I'm so busy as it is. I've been asked so many times for those zip scrunchies. Again, I don't have the time to do them, and I've got so many different fabrics, so they'll have to be made to order as well. Just, yeah, too hard. In the too hard basket. You know what? Might do one of these in XLs. You'd think this task is quite mindless, but it's not. I really got to think about what I'm cutting and how much I need. I was thinking about doing a live in the middle of the day sometime. I don't know. I think it would be better. Like, I'm always do night ones, but I think I might try and do a day one. Maybe even tomorrow I might even get back on and try and do one near the middle of the day. So then maybe more people can see. And plus it'll be bright outside. It won't be so dark and dull. It's going to be hot tomorrow too. It'll be so hot. So Caitlin George. Caitlin's commented, the IKEA stand and sit tables are amazing. They wind up and down and are super solid. So you've got one of those. So they actually are solid. Because I really thought about those sort of tables, but I thought they'd be really flimsy and like rock around. And I just thought they wouldn't be very solid, especially for like my sewing machine. So I was considering it, but then I sort of thought, nah, better not. But I don't know. Anyone else have one of those? Anyone else want to give more recommendations for that? I'd be interested to hear everyone's opinions and thoughts if they have one. I probably shouldn't worry too much about a sewing table anyway, because my industrial comes with a table itself. But I'm just more thinking, I want a bigger table, like a bench, for the middle of the room, so that I can stand and I can still have a chair. It'll just have to be at the highest setting, because that's what I used to do at the farm all the time, and it'll just be so much better for my back. This is so much easier to sew, to cut everything, especially it's so solid. Maybe I should look for like an art table, like a secondhand one on Gumtree or something, or Facebook. See what people are selling. There's like a bench top. Or Reese and I could make one. And when I say Reese and I mean mostly Reese. But I could help. Maybe we could like make one out of solid wood, and that way I can have my bolts underneath. Because I'm running out of room for my bolts that at the moment they're sort of leaning up against the wall. I've got too many of them now. I've just got so much fabric. If I could get a bench that has storage, that would be really good. Because I see a lot of those like quilting ones, and that way you don't have to have all that space underneath. Like it's mostly the bolts, and then you kind of have like this little overlap where you can like kind of put your legs. I've seen those. Yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea, Taylah. Oh, yes. That'd be awesome. And I think they're super easy to make as well. I see it all the time in my sewing groups that I'm in on Facebook. People making them. I could probably get Dad to help me. I'll probably have to make it at the farm, because I don't think Reese has that sort of stuff here. Like, he has like some things, but not like cutting things, I don't think. So I'd have to probably make it at the farm and bring it in and assemble it, because it would be so big. You'd have to assemble it in the room. Something to think about. That way I can vlog it, making my craft bench. I'm so sad. This material, I've got barely any left, and I'm pretty sure it got discontinued. And it's been so popular. It's one of my first materials ever. So sad. And yeah, I was a bit too late. By the time I figured out that it was being discontinued, it was too late for me to grab it from anywhere. Okay. Oh, so many more people watching now. Hi everyone that's just joined. Okay. I'm probably way behind. What's the time? Okay, I'm about 15 minutes behind in comments. Sorry. Can you buy some land off the farm and build? Well, when I checked this out about 3 years ago when I was looking to buy land, no, you couldn't, because it's classed as Zone 2 farming land. But very recently it's come up that the town that my family live in and the town next to it, you can subdivide to, you can subdivide bits off, which you used to not be able to do under the council law. So I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe get in contact with the council again and just see what's the go, because I've just been hearing hearsay sort of stuff. That would be ideal, seriously, because Glengarry is such a perfect location for everything. It's like so close to everything and not far. I don't want to move anywhere, you know. I like the town I live in. It's very convenient. I'm very close to Spotlight and I'm very close to the post offices. You know, I'm close to all my markets. I wouldn't really want to move very far. But yeah, it's something that I'm definitely looking into, because if I can buy 10 acres or something, even 5 acres, it'd be really good out there. And then, you know, my brother, my cousins could also buy next to me, and then it can all be like a big family thing. It'd be great. I love it. Yeah, I want land. I've always had this plan in my head about what I want and sort of where I want to build and what I want to build, what I want my like front yard to look like, with the, you know, trees going up the side. Those like really pretty ones. That floral, they are white florals like in the springtime. Yeah, and like going all up the driveway and then coming into like a big roundabout, and yeah, then the house. And I don't know if I'll do double story or just normal story. But yeah, I've got big plans. And I have the deposit. I do. It's just getting the land. It's the hard part. And I'm sort of just waiting. I'm sort of waiting it out, because if it does come in that I can purchase off the farm, like if I can get it subdivided from my family, that would be ideal. Like, that'd just be so perfect. It's just close to everything. I don't know. See, I'm waiting. Just a lot of waiting going on. No, I'm still going to, but I did sort of plan to, you know, be my own, like build my own house by 24, 25. It could possibly still happen, but I mean, houses take so long to build, especially going through like smaller companies, which is where I would be going. I wouldn't be going with one of the big ones that, you know, erect houses in 2 seconds. I'd be going with one of the smaller guys, but yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm like not in a rush to, I don't know, build, I guess. Like, it would be nice, it would be great, because I can have my own space. But I don't know. This I'm gonna make this work. It will work for me. I will make it work. I just need to, yeah, get different furniture for that room. But yeah, once I build, man, that's gonna be amazing. That room. I can already imagine it. It's gonna be so big. Especially, yeah, because like obviously being on land as well. Like I have the ability to build a bigger house and build that space that I need. So yeah, that's what I'm excited for. But yeah, it won't happen overnight. What is your number one tip to get sales on Etsy? Etsy is such a competitive market. It is really hard, but if you have really good titles, make sure you're using like every single space, your hashtag things, or your tags. There's a certain way you can do them that will optimize it. You might have to search that though, because I'm not very good at explaining it. But trying to do that, making sure descriptions, like your processing times are clear, and that sort of stuff. Obviously, cheaper shipping does help, but as a small business, I know how hard it is to offer cheaper shipping. But it does help you if you do choose to do it that way, like by putting some of your cost into, like some of your postage cost into the product cost, and making it cheaper or making it free. But that really depends on what you sell, because you can't really do that for a $9 scrunchie or $10 scrunchie and then put in $9 for postage, you know? No one's gonna pay $19. Well, I mean, probably still people are gonna pay $19, but you'll get a lot less, you know? Yeah. Also, did I bring you a drink bottle? It is absolutely amazing. Look how big it is. It's massive. It's been making me drink so much water as well. I showed my grandma and she was like, oh my God, how could you drink that much? I'm like, Grandma, look, it has timestamps. So, you know, it's only like this much water you got to drink every 2 hours. It's really doable. Yeah, and it's keeping me hydrated so much. I've been on the water for 4 days now. I think I got it 4 or 5 days ago. And it's been awesome. I love it. And I love the colour. You can get these from Ohana & Co. She has them in Australia. And I'm pretty sure she has them right now. I think she just got her new shipment in. So I think you can get them. I think. Unless she sold out already. Because they've been so popular. And they come in different colours. So, yeah. Also, I love the sippy cup thing because I know you probably watch my videos a lot. If you have, and if you've seen me ever drink out of my water bottle, you know I can't drink out of water bottle unless it has a straw. Really can't. When I met Greece, he had a straw drink bottle, and it was the best thing that ever. Like it was just the best thing ever. So he bought me one. That was like one of the first things he bought me. So yeah, I have a green straw drink bottle now, and I also have that one. So yeah, I've just left my straw drink bottle beside the bed in case I need water throughout the day, or throughout the night, I should say. And yeah, and then there's that one. That was a smaller one. Off cut. I'm so behind in messages. I'm sorry. Do you watch other Scrunchie YouTubers, small business creators? I love your channel and also XXL Scrunchie & Co. I actually do watch Tina's videos occasionally, and the funny thing is, like, I only started watching her videos recently, and a lot of the stuff that we say or do, I think, wow, we are so similar. Seriously. Yeah, some of the just like even the topics that she's discussed, I'm like, oh my God, I've said that in my videos, and like I've never watched them, and I'm like, I think mine have come out after hers too, so it's like not like she's watched mine and like thought about it. So I'm like, wow, I think we're on the same mindset sometimes, which is it's really funny. But yeah, she seems like a really nice person. So I do sometimes watch her, and I've been watching Rosary Apparel, Jeanette, as well. I love her, like I love her videos so much. I love the business structure of it, like the YouTube, like she's, you know, filming videos and that's what she does, and then she also has her patterns as like the more monetary stuff, physical stuff. That to me is just so cool. Because like I love YouTube videos, like I love making them. It's just so hard with the business. So if I could scale back on the business a little bit and make more YouTube videos, I think that would make me very happy. Because YouTube is actually really good money. I don't know what you guys know about YouTube, but it's good money, especially like in Australia. Like I can only imagine how much money like those two channels would be making, being on like 100, one's on 100k and the other's on 300k. Like obviously it matters about how many hours you're getting people like watching your stuff. It doesn't exactly matter about how many actual subscribers you have. But yeah, I'd say they'd still be making bank on YouTube. And if anyone's wondering, because I actually get this question quite a bit, you make money on YouTube by the ads. So you know when those annoying ads come up, it's because YouTube like pays us to like show them on the videos. We get like a cut. So, and I find that business videos, like, because my channel is kind of like, it is vloggy, but it's still business stuff. I have like a much higher monetary value to my videos than someone that does like gaming, for example. People that have videos about financial stuff will get more financial videos, ads, so they pay more. I don't know. It's really cool. It is really cool. But yeah, I love making videos. That's why I definitely want to try and keep doing it for you guys. I really want to try and do 2 videos a week. I want to try and do tutorials on a Tuesday, and then Thursday have the vlogs. But yeah, it just depends. Hopefully next year, it won't be so busy in the new. I know that sounds bad, like, oh, I don't want to be as busy, but like, I don't know. Hopefully I can sort of balance it out a bit more, a bit better, and be able to have more time to film, because I really do enjoy it. What is the hardest part about owning your own business? The time. I wish I had more time. I wish I had one of those little things that Hermione had. Oh God, I wish I had that so bad. Just to go back in time and just keep working and doing stuff, because like you just run out of time so easily. And then also time for like your personal life. I definitely work more than a 9 to 5, that's for sure. I work nearly I work pretty much every day. Like there's not really many days I actually have off. Even if I have like a couple of hours off, I feel a bit guilty about it, sort of thing. Yeah, it's definitely hard in that sense. I love this material as well. I know, it's so pretty. I call it Rosalie on my website though. I'd love to make a dress out of it. But as I said, I don't have time to make dresses. I wish I had time. That'd be so good. That's like what I would do. If I had one of those spinning things, I'd be like going back just to make clothes for myself and like film videos. That's what I'd be doing. And I get a lot of people saying I should, hire someone. I don't want to. I guess I don't trust anyone enough to make my products, like full time sort of thing. The only person I would 100% hire, like right now, would be Reese. Reese is so good at what he does. Like when he helps me, he reads my mind. Like he's amazing. Like we're always on the same wavelength, and it's so nice to have someone that you're on the same wavelength with. And the way he makes things, like, because he helps me make things sometimes, it's the same sort of professionalism and the way I would do it. Just everything he does, it's exactly the way I would do it without even being asked. And like if I could find someone like Reese, that would be great. We always joke about, he can come work for me rather than working offshore. I'm like, I don't know, maybe one day. But yeah, if I could find someone like Reese, that'd be amazing. But yeah, I'm worried to sort of give responsibilities to other people. And also like the whole payment thing scares me. Like actually hiring someone, because there's so, like, it's expensive. Like, is it going to be worth it? Like hiring someone for a couple hours a week? I don't know. Like, I don't know, because like you're gonna have to. Australia's minimum wage is like, it's a good minimum wage. I don't know about America. America, I've heard, is really bad, but like over here it's like 20. Like for casual, it's probably like 25, isn't it? Or 20. I don't know. It depends on where you work, but I know when I was working casual, I think I was getting 27 an hour or 25 an hour. When I was working casual at Kmart, and then I went part-time, and then it dropped to like 20 something, but like lower. But then you have to also pay like superannuation and everything. So I don't know. It's something to think about for next year, but it's also the fact that I still work in the studio and it's very cramped as it is. So it would probably be really hard to get someone in unless I knew them. And like, I don't know a lot of people. I have had people come to me in the past and ask if I wanted to help, like if I wanted to hire them. But it was way before my YouTube and Instagram sort of took off, so it wasn't really a consideration. It might be now, but like it'd be awkward if I did hire someone and then I didn't like their work ethic. Like I didn't like how they made things and the quality. And I had a suggestion, like, what if you got someone to package orders? Well, I don't know. I guess because it's like my baby, this is my business, so I'm just worried about letting someone else in and like letting someone else make mistakes, I guess. Like obviously everyone makes mistakes, but I'm worried to let someone else in and like have them make mistakes on my behalf, sort of thing. I don't know. Lots of excuses for that too. Will you be posting more tutorials? Yes, I want to. I have the XXL, or not the XXL, the XL scrunchie tutorial coming soon. The normal scrunchie tutorials coming soon, and I will be releasing packs. I'll be releasing like I already have DIY scrunchie packs, but they're going to be so much different. They're going to be actual boxes and with a few different fabrics in it, and like deluxe stuff, like deluxe satin sort of thing. And I might do like one that has an XL, a normal scrunchie, and a mini scrunchie in there, and then all the elastics for it, and like the instructions. So I'm sort of waiting for time to film, but also waiting until I can kind of get that set up. Unless, like at the start of the video, I say, make sure you check out, like I will be launching these really soon. Like I've been thinking about doing that. But I just haven't had time to film tutorial videos, because they actually take quite a bit more time than doing vlogs. Like they take up a lot more time. And I also want to do some scrunchie, like Christmas scrunchie ones, but I haven't had time for that either, which is sad. I want to film different Christmas scrunchies you could make, because I thought that would do really well. And just other tutorials in general. But yeah, now that I am really confident in making the scrunchie, like the XL scrunchies, that's why I want to do it. At the start, when I first started making them, I had heaps of queries on to make them, and I sort of was like, no, because I had only just started making them myself. I don't want to like do a tutorial on it, sort of thing. Oh, but I do have a tutorial coming up. Tutorial? Oh my god. I have the Cricut one. So Cricut actually contacted me, and it's a Cricut sponsored video, and they gifted me a heap of products. But in the video, I make the tumbler, like a drink bottle. I like personalize it. It's pretty much just a video of me talking about different ideas for small businesses with Cricut, but in a way that it's not exactly the same as everyone else on the market. So I talk about niching down and talk about ways you can change these products, these really simplistic products, into something that's going to be very different from what's out there, and that kind of set you aside from the rest. So I did the drink bottles and like explained how you can make them different to, you know, just your standard personalized drink bottles. I did stickers, which I've already got a tutorial for stickers, but I thought that would be fitting for this video. And like stickers are so broad, there's so many different design aspects you can do for them. And then the merch, which I called it slogan jumpers, but like there's just so many things you can do with apparel. And I don't even mean just words. I mean you can make drawings and put them on the front. Like I know Tina, like she's an amazing graphic design artist before she became the scrunchie queen. Yeah, she has some jumpers I've seen on her website, and like they're the floral, and like she's designed them herself. So I thought, yeah, that would be a good idea as well. In the video that I did though, I just made my merch stuff with the HTV, which is what is it? Vinyl. It's iron on vinyl. I didn't realize HTV stood for like heat transfer vinyl or something like that. Yeah, and I did my entrepreneur one, which is the merch that I will bring out in January. But I'll be getting that screen printed or embroidered because I don't have time to do HTV. But yeah, just some ideas. So that tutorial will be coming out as soon as they approve the video, which I sent it to them like 2 days ago, so hopefully they approve it soon. I don't know if it'll be out this week. It might be if they approve it in time. I've sort of been reluctant to do TikTok lives because every time I watch one of like my friends do a TikTok live, like my small business friends, they always get a lot of spam comments. So I'm I'm worried about doing TikTok live. And also I don't know, I just like the YouTube because people can actually donate on here, and like you guys watching, I get money from that too, and not a lot, but some, like the first ad, I had an ad when I started the YouTube video, so yeah, that will give me a little bit of revenue, not heaps, but that's why I do them on YouTube rather than doing them on TikTok, especially because I don't have as many people on TikTok. I only got 10,000, not even, I got like 9,500 followers, whereas on here I'm almost caught up to Instagram. Almost. I'm about 5k off. Yes, an island bench would be good. Oh my god, I'm so far behind in comments. Just looked at the time. What is the best investment you have ever made? The gazebo. The marquee. Yeah, my marquee was $1,000. It was like $970 for the actual marquee, the top and the sides. Best decision. It just made my store go from like to like, you know. Definitely the best investment so far. I think the next one would obviously be the industrial sewing machine. I haven't actually made massive purchases, I don't think. Not really. Like, some of you guys have already heard this, but the $1,100 sewing machine I have in there, I got for $50. $50. Because I was just in the right place at the right time. And yeah, I'm a bit of a bargain hunter when it comes to that sort of stuff. So I haven't actually made like a massive investment in really anything besides the marquee. And maybe my car, but yeah. I mean, everyone needs, well, most people need a car, so wasn't, and I didn't buy it exactly for Madebytaylahrose either. Yeah, what else? Will you be releasing any new products? This year, mid this year, I wanted to do the headbands, but scrunchies have just got way too popular again, so I think it's not really Scrunchies got popular again, it's just that my page has gone up, just gone off. So it's something I'll look to in the future to introduce new lines. Like the last line introduced was the petite scrunchies. I'm thinking of sticking with hair accessories for now. I've got future plans for 5 years time, 10 years time, but plans change all the time. It just really depends on the market at that point. If you weren't a small business owner, didn't get into scrunchie making, were you interested in any other career paths? Yes, I was interested in graphic design. So I reckon either way I would have ended up with my small business, like my own business, because I probably would have done freelance. And in some aspects, I do wish that I stayed with it and kept practicing, kept bettering myself, because now I'm not very good. I guess, I don't know. I just feel like I'm really bad at it. But another one would be a lawyer. I always wanted to be a lawyer when I was in primary school, but I wouldn't be able to do that because my speech, I have I don't know, I can't talk properly. I think I have a lisp with certain T's and S's. I can't pronounce properly, and I get so many comments, some really nasty ones actually, about the way I pronounce things. It's because I can't pronounce them correctly, but thanks for pointing it out. So I don't think I'd be a very efficient lawyer, especially because I ramble too. I'm not very clear, and being Australian accent doesn't help either, because Australian accent isn't that easy to comprehend sometimes. If you can you do more lives? They're so fun. I usually do lives when Reese is away, and then if I'm feeling well, I get sick all the time. I've had like a cold 11 times this year. Not COVID, just like a cold. And that's every year since year 12. Like pretty much year 11, up until year 11 I was fine, never really got sick. Then year 12 hit, and I think because I burnt myself out so much during that year by running this and also working so hard on my year 12 subjects, I got sick all the time. And then ever since, it's just been like that. I just get sick all the time. So the reason I don't do many lives is because usually I'm not feeling well and I can't speak properly. Like, you need a lot of energy to be able to do this sort of stuff. And usually I do have a lot of energy, but then sometimes I don't. So I can't do it, which is annoying because I really enjoy them too. Especially when I can actually work. Every other live I've done so far, I haven't been able to do anything. And I think it's because I haven't been looking at the comments as much. And I've sort of just been talking and cutting. Because I tried to do cutting one other time when I was doing the, when was it? It was when I was getting ready for my website launch. I was trying to cut all the fabrics for that. And I just got so distracted by all the comments. So I think if I can make it worthwhile for me by actually doing stuff and not getting behind on my task, it should be alright. I should be able to do more. And this has helped me so much in here. And it's probably helped the Wi-Fi too. Sometimes the Wi-Fi situation in the craft room not very good. How did you come up with your business name? Oh, that is such a good question and I have no idea. Fun fact, before it was made by Taylah Rose, I can't remember exactly because it was 8 years ago now, but my little cousin, Maddie, we were thinking about doing it together and we came up with the name Maddie and Tay Craftique, or Tay, no, I think it was Maddie and Tay Craftique. And then I sort of just went out of it alone in the January and I changed it to Made by Taylah Rose. I reckon I probably would have got inspiration maybe from someone, or maybe I just thought made by and then I just put my own name. I really don't know. I actually have a journal somewhere where I wrote down a lot of that stuff, but I don't know where the journal is. It would be at the farm somewhere. I have like a keepsake, like a box of keepsakes, and it would be in there, I reckon. Just all the thoughts I had, like things. I used to write down things just in case. I'm very morbid. Just in case, like I, wasn't around, and I had orders. I used to write down like how to make things and what to do. I'm morbid. I still am. I'm like, that's what I stress about at night. Like, I'm like, what if I'm in a car accident? I'm in a coma. What's gonna happen with my orders? Who's gonna refund my customers? Who's gonna message people? Who's gonna update and say that I'm in a coma or like something's happened? Who's gonna do that? It's bad. It seriously comes across my mind all the time. It's what I stress about at night. Does anyone else think about that, or is it just me? Like, I feel like it's just such a morbid thing to think about, like, especially being my age. Oh, it's so bad. Does your business give back to the community? Not at the moment, but I have done some pretty significant donations, specifically to the Black Dog Institute, especially when my primary school friend committed suicide. That was, I think, 3 years ago now. I did donate to the Black Dog Institute, which sort of like supports people going through things. Yeah. Better go off that topic because I'm going to get crying. Another one was the Black Friday. No, Black Friday. Was it Black Friday? No, not Black Friday. What was it? It was just the summer fires that we had in Australia. Yeah, it was like the massive fires that we had. And the Australian bushfires. It's like before COVID. It was like the month that COVID hit in China. We were like just engulfed in fires everywhere. It was so smoky outside. I just remember New Year's. It was, God, in the videos. So I decided to do donation scrunchies and bows. So I did 100% profits for the koala fabric. So I was making them and just whatever people paid, I would give that away. And then I also did 50% from other animal ones that I did. I donated with the help of like everyone that bought off me, because like they were getting products and then I donated the money. I donated over $4,000 Australian dollars. I think it was 4,100 and something, or 4,200 and something. Yeah. So that was probably the most significant donation I've made. Yeah. How long did it take you to get your first sale? I got my first sale the day of my launch, because I started like promoting a couple days before, or a couple weeks before. When I first like made my Instagram, I think it was in, you know what? This is what happened with my Instagram. So my Instagram already had about 400, 500 followers, because it was my like buy, swap and sell for my clothes. And then I just changed the name. So I already had followers, even if they weren't real, or, well, they're real, but they probably weren't interested in what I was selling at the time. So I did have followers from that. And then I just started doing hashtags, posting and all that. And then like leading up to my launch. And then I finally launched and I actually got, I don't know how many sales I got that day, but it was like a handful of them. And it was good. Like I definitely recommend, if you're going to like start a business, like make sure there's a hype before you launch. Like don't just launch and expect people to know about it, sort of thing. How did you get your business traffic flowing? I think YouTube and Reels have helped a lot, sort of thing. Definitely, especially Reels. Like I can definitely, without a doubt, say that Reels has made my business go from 15,000 followers at the start of the year until it's hit to 40,000 in the space of a year. And I know like there's other businesses that, you know, go from 0 to 100 in a year, but I mean, that's a pretty substantial growth for me, considering I've had my business for 8 years and it was a very slow, well, not slow start for me, because I did end up getting like 6,000 or 8,000 within the first 2 years. But yeah, to get the rest, it was really hard for a bit there. What are your goals for the future? Well, definitely to build a house with Reese, and yeah, just keep doing this. Keep doing what I love. Like, it might not be scrunchies that I'll be doing in the future. I hope to always be on YouTube. I hope to always be making things. Yeah, but I don't know if, like, obviously trends come and go. Like I started out with bows, and then scrunchies became really popular, so I kind of went with that trend. And they've still been popular. It's now coming into year 5, I think, of my scrunchies. I thought they would have been and gone by now for sure, but they haven't. So I'm just going to keep going with the scrunchies until, you know, they're not popular anymore, and then I'll move on to something else. Whether that be something hair accessories or something else, I'm not too sure yet. I'll just go with the trends, I guess. Just got to go with the times. But yeah, I'm hoping to, in like the future, just keep doing what I love. Have you ever turned down a customer? Oh, I don't think so. Don't think so. Any tips to get wholesale orders? Sophie's on. Sophie was on half an hour ago. Sorry, Sophie. Hi, Sophie. That's good. Okay. How was your dance class? Let me know. All right. So sorry. What was I doing? Any tips to get wholesale orders? I'm terrible to answer this question because I don't seek out people for wholesale orders. And I think I've never really done that. But I think if you go to your local stores and maybe bring a selection of your products and maybe a price list that they can take, and just like explain what you're doing, like your business. If people see you in person, they might be more inclined to do wholesale from you. And it's up to you if you want to offer commission instead. I don't specifically like commission because you'd have to be really trustful of the other business owner. Because I have other friends that have done commission before, and it's been really dodgy for them. They haven't got paid, like their products are being sold, but they haven't got paid from it. So yeah, that sort of thing. As for over, different states or like further away from you, post on your stories, seeking wholesale, new stockist is the word. Message me for prices, and that will probably get people thinking. And yeah, or even message people, like maybe put up, does anyone know anyone looking for stockist? Look that way. Maybe Facebook groups as well are really good to get into, like small business ones, and maybe do a post in there if anyone's looking for them, or just keep up to date and look for people, because there are quite a few people that do look for stockists on those look for people to wholesale from on those sort of pages. So that might be something to do as well. Alright. I'm really interested in your planned video on why follow isn't a good strategy. Will you be posting anytime soon? It has literally been sitting. It's been sitting in my unedited videos for so long because I feel bad about not posting a vlog every week. I really need to get it edited and just post it on like a Tuesday. Yeah, I really need to. And I'm going to hope that I didn't delete the footage because it's been so long since I filmed it. I filmed it so long ago. But yeah, I definitely don't recommend follow. It did kill my Instagram account for years. I couldn't grow. Yeah, it's just no good. I will try get it up this month. How about that? I will try edit it and hopefully get it up on one of the Tuesdays in this month. Also, how pretty is this one? I'm doing a haul video. Like I filmed it already. I think it might go up this week. It depends if Cricket gets back to me about if I can post the video that I have edited. Yeah, it's so cute. And this one too. This one's like a satin. Yeah, it is. It's satin rayon. It's like it's weird. It's like very slippery. So much more slippery than the others, but it's really nice. So I was thinking about doing those in XL size. Okay. Do you have any tips for markets? I already did mention this earlier, but I'll mention it again. With your display, make sure everything's looking like neat. So I personally really like white tablecloths or black because it makes anything on the table pop out. And I don't really like the colored stuff, but I guess it really depends on your branding. Strong branding really helps as well. Stuff that's upright on the table. So I said this earlier, but people walk along and they don't go into market stalls. They will look from a distance, and if they can't see anything on the table, they're not going to go inspect. But if they see stuff standing up and they think, oh, they actually, might like that, they'll go in, but they won't just wander in without knowing what's there. So stuff that's sitting upright, your display, easy signage is a good one. So people don't want to ask how much stuff is. They want to know. They want to just be looking and just know just straight away how much everything is. So clear and easy to read labels or like price displays help so much. Even if you do have one of those boards that has them, try and have like even like a small one with the product, because people don't always look at the boards. Like I know I do that myself. I'll be looking at the products, trying to look like how much is it, and then I'll be like, how much is it? Like, oh, it's on the board. And I'm like, oh, it's over there. So try and have, if you do want to have like a board like that, try and have it somewhere on the near the product as well. I think that helps a lot. What else? White marquee helps heaps because it makes everything pop, and on like a sunny day it's going to be so much brighter in there. Whereas if you have a darker coloured marquee, like a blue top one, it's really dark and hard to see. Your stuff won't pop as much, so it won't look as inviting. For scrunchies and bows in the beginning, was Etsy good for you for the sales? It was good for a 15-year-old. So when I started, I was 15, and as I grew, like obviously my business grew as well, and the profit I made, but it was never a substantial amount until probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, that I made enough to sort of support myself without needing a second job or something like that. So it's only been really the last financial year that I've made the full-time income, and this financial year I reckon I've already made the full-time income almost this financial year. So it'll be interesting to see how much I do come home with in the next like June. Like if you are really struggling on Shopify, you can try Etsy, but it is a very saturated market, so it does depend on what you're selling, and you have to just do a lot of research. The people that do research about Etsy will do well. There's a lot of different apps you can get that will help you with hashtag or tags and descriptions and titles. There's just a lot that you have to read up on. Also, I've heard Etsy are now doing reserves for like nearly everyone. So I don't know. I've kind of lost faith in Etsy, honestly. Just in all the Etsy groups I'm in, there's just so much garbage that they've been spitting out. It's really sad because they're doing it to well-established people for nearly no reason. Like making them go on reserves, and reserves they're taking 70 or 75% of each sale, putting in a reserve, and won't release it for ages. Like even some people are complaining that some of their items are already delivered and it's still not released, because apparently once they're delivered or show movement, it's meant to be released, and then there's been so many cases where it hasn't done that and they had to wait the full 90 days, and then some of them are placed on an extra reserve for 180 days. It's like a quarter of a year. Is it a quarter or is it half? It's half a year. Half a year. Like imagine your money, like 75% of everything you earned, you can't even touch. So I don't know, I've kind of like lost faith in Etsy a little bit. I think they've gotten really greedy, but yeah, that's just my opinion. I do much prefer Shopify, but then again, you do have to drive your own traffic to Shopify, whereas Etsy has that marketplace already inbuilt, the search engine, so you might have better luck getting views there, getting people find your product. Like I've always sold on Etsy, and I kept Etsy after I moved to Shopify because I knew that the way that I've got my listings, I'm going to still get orders from the search. But I'm definitely not ranked as high as I was when I was only on Etsy, because I don't get as many sales. I only get maybe a handful a week, maybe 10. Sometimes I get quite a few for God knows what reason, but yeah. What ads on what platforms do you find most beneficial for your business? I don't do ads at all. I don't do paid ads. I wanted to do a video on it, which I did film that. No, I didn't. I did it. I did ads on Etsy for 6 weeks. I made minus $50. So that will be a video coming out soon. And that was with updated tags, updated descriptions. I updated everything prior to the video being filmed. And I waited 2 weeks before doing, I did everything right, and still I got more sales from offsite ads than I did from actual Etsy ads that I was paying for. So yeah, I did not do well for that. Someone has messaged me, like contacted me. They're like an agency that wants to do my ads. And I just, like, I want to do it for you guys. I want to do like a video on it. But also I don't know if I want to do it because I'm very happy and content with how many orders I'm getting right now. I don't want any more. Any more I think will be too much. And I want to sort of have a break at the start of next year as well. So yeah, I don't know whether to go ahead and just do it for a month and see how it goes or not. But yeah, that was the plan though, was to do it for a month or 6 weeks or something and show what I found for you guys. So you guys didn't have to spend your money and do it. I have no doubt that Google ads will work. I found with my research, because I did do quite a bit of research, Google ads apparently really good. People find those very beneficial. And rather than boosting posts, there's like an option, like it took me so long to figure all this out, because I did try the Facebook one because I was going to try and film that video, but I just got too confused. So with the person that contacted me, I might get them to set everything up and maybe explain it to me so that I can explain it to you guys. But yeah, there was like a way you could post on both Instagram and Facebook and like do ads that way. Apparently Facebook ads are better than Instagram ads though, apparently. Thank you, Lily. Will you make more rabbit ear scrunchies? I do have rabbit ear scrunchies on my website. They are under custom request for bunny ears. So you can choose whatever fabric out of my scrunchie collection and I'll make it for you. So I do it that way. I don't bring them to markets anymore because I didn't really sell. And they got crushed too much in the boxes. Especially like the long ones, they just got crushed. If reels are more effective, what's the purpose of doing a combo of regular posts and reels? I feel like reels are more entertainment, whereas your posts are, what's going on today. Like, you can say like your markets this week, or you can do posts about what's going on, or that sort of stuff in a post. Whereas reels, especially my reels, they're like more silly ones, like dancing to a different sound, that sort of stuff. So I think they both go hand in hand, but the reels are what can really boost your business if they go viral. Thank you, Alexis. Will you ever post a really long video? How long are we talking? Because my videos, like, they range from an hour to an hour and a half already. Some of my videos I thought would be 2 hours, but I usually try and cut them down to an hour and a half, just because they're so long already. Do you fold your fabric a certain way? I do. Where am I? So I have them on boards like this. Everything here is brand new, so I don't have them on the board yet, but I fold them usually in half or like in a third and wrap them around the board, and that's just all I do. And they stay on pretty well. I don't really have any issues with fabric falling off because everything's so tightly packed into my cabinet that I have, like the wall thing. Where is Reese? So Reese has a fly-in, fly-out job. He's working on the oil rigs right now. He's a crane mechanic. So he's been working very long hours because there was something really wrong with the crane this time. He goes between heaps of rigs as well. Like, I think there's like 30, and he flies between them in a helicopter. And yeah, I don't think they're mining, whatever you call it, for oil though. I think they're like, all of them are gone. I think they're gas, that's left. So he does that. So he's away every 2 weeks, and then he's home for 2 weeks. But the good thing is, with this specific fly-in, fly-out job, for FIFO job, he works really close to like where we live. So when he flies out, sometimes he gets nights at home because they can't get him to the next platform in time. So he has to come home, like come back on land first, and then sometimes he won't be able to fly out till the next morning, or then even like the next after that. So there hasn't really ever been a time that he's gone and I haven't actually seen him for 2 weeks. He's always been here before that 2 weeks is up, because he's got a night home, or even a couple days home. Like even this time, he was meant to come home Monday for a night, but something happened with the crane, so he couldn't. But this time he's home Thursday or Friday and won't go back until, well, I don't think he's gone back at all. So he'll only be gone for a week this time, because we've got a wedding on Wednesday. We've got a wedding on Saturday, so he's coming home for that, and then he'll have Sunday off when I'll be at the market. So I don't know if he'll be coming with me to the market. I don't expect him to. I'll have to just see if Mum or something can help me with that market if he doesn't if he's not feeling up to it. And then Monday and Tuesday he's working, like doing training, and then I think he's doing training again after that, and that's on shore, like really close to us, so it's about half an hour away. So yeah, that's where he is. He was on the live earlier. He messaged me and says good night because he really needs to go to bed by like 9 o'clock out there because he has to wake up so early. Look how pretty this one is. So I spoke about this one in one of my vlogs when I was doing the gingham fabrics, and I was like, oh yeah, these are my fabrics that go from Spotlight, and then I was like, wait a minute, there's something missing. There's this fabric. I was actually missing 3 parcels. I thought I was only missing 1. It turned out there was 3 that hadn't arrived yet. I don't even know how many parcels I ended up getting. There was way too many though from that Spotlight order. If anyone ordered off Spotlight lately and like ordered heap of fabrics, they all come in separate parcels. I think the most I got in a parcel was 3 different fabrics. The rest were 1 or 2. And I ordered like $500 or $400 worth of fabric, and I only got 1 meter or 2 of each because they were specific market ones. So I didn't want to get too much, because I didn't know how they'd go. Yeah. Tips on starting a YouTube channel. If you haven't, go watch my YouTube video. It is my least viewed video on my channel, pretty much. But it's like tips that are like my own tips that how to gain subscribers, like get your first 1,000. I think you really gotta love what you do and like be yourself, be really authentic, because it will get really tiring if you're trying to be someone you're not. And yeah, I can't even remember. I mentioned so much in that video, so if you are interested in starting a YouTube channel, you should go watch that, because there's some really good points in there, and that's how I gained like my first 1,000. How long is the elastic for your scrunchies? I use about 8.5 inches. I don't know how much that is, and I think it's like 21 centimeters or something. For my wide elastic, and then I use 8 inches for my thin elastic, and then yeah, for pretty much any of my thin stuff, I use 8 inches. Look how nice this fabric is too. It's like a dusty pink color. I got the rest of this. This was this all here, this left. It's all the clearance stuff I got from Sale, which is a town. It's such a weird thing. Like, oh yeah, I went to, you in Sale, yeah, in Sale. Such a weird name town. Especially when you're typing in like a store, like a Spotlight Sale, it'll come up with different things. Like it won't come up with the store at first. Yeah, it's weird. Weird town. What have we got? How did your new scrunchie holders go at the market? I only saw one, but I think it's because I didn't have them really displayed well. Yeah, they're a bit hard to display. I don't even know if I want to bring them to the next ones. I think I will, but I guess because people don't really know about them. And if anyone's interested, I supported a local business, so someone that's from my town, and I got them to laser cut me all these scrunchie holders, and they pretty much just going to the plate. And it was after the fact that I thought, Taylah, why didn't you do white acrylic? Why did you do clear? Why? White would have went so much better with my branding. It would have been so much easier to see at markets. Anyway, but yeah, I ordered 100 scrunchie holders in acrylic, clear acrylic. Not my smartest move, but anyway. Like, even like maybe the wooden ones would have been better. I don't know. So yeah. When will your scrunchie holders be available? Probably next year. Probably January. Because I just haven't had time to upload them. So yeah, I'm thinking after all my markets are done, I'm going to have 2 weeks off from everything. I'm going to close the store. And then I'll come back just before my 8-year anniversary. I'll probably come back around the 10th, and I will have, I'll try and have all that new stuff up, or I might even launch them with my 8-year anniversary, just that way people can buy it at the same time they buy all the other stuff. Like if you want to buy all the new merch or the scrunchies, I don't know. Like, if anyone wants one, I'm happy to put up like a mock listing for you and put them up like that. It's $10 for the smaller one and $15 for the bigger one. So yeah, if anyone wants to do that, just message me and I will sort that out for you. But I haven't had time to take nice photos and do all that stuff with it. Also, look at this, that little alpaca things on it. This one's cute. You know what, I'm gonna let Flo in. She's gonna go crazy though. Wait, maybe I should wait. I'm gonna wait till I finish cutting and then I'll let Flo in. So I feel really, really bad because she's outside. I knew that she'd be jumping all over me if I tried to do this in here. Although she wasn't too bad when I did it in here last time. I cut heaps of fabric in here not long ago. And yeah, it's just fine. I think it's just like the initial excitement. She'll want to investigate everything. So yeah, definitely get your questions in because after this box is done, I'm going to jump off, especially because it's nearly 11 o'clock. So much fabric. Ugh. I might try and wrap this one because this one's really long. I love folding on this bench because it's like, especially that way, like long ways, because it's so much longer than my table. It's so much easier to fold stuff. How long have you and Reese been together? We actually haven't been together for that long. We met in February this year. So I think because he had the fly in, fly out job, and it was too hard for me to sort of move between here because I was looking after the house while he was gone and looking after Flo, because Flo was just a puppy when he started going back out, because when he first got her, he took off 2 months and then I came along. So when I met him, he was still on like holidays, like leave. But yeah, and then he started going back out, and I just said, well, look, I can stay at the house and I'll look after it. And then, yeah, and then we just moved in. I just moved in, packed up all my stuff. So yeah, we haven't actually been together for that long. It's been, yeah, since Feb. But I mean, that's all right. It's working for us really well, I think. Why did you start your business and how old were you? I was 15 years old, and the reason I started was because I couldn't get a job. In Australia, you can get a job at like 14 and 9 months, and I was applying everywhere, like handed my resume in so many different places, like Kmart, Coles, Spotlight. Oh my god, I tried for Spotlight so many times, they would not hire me. Probably a good thing now, but yeah, I tried to get in there so many times. So what happened was we got invited to like a friend's little cousin's birthday, and I had no money because I was 15 and I didn't have a job. So I was like, I'll make something for her because I'm crafty. And I put into Google things to make for little girls, and I found a hair bow tutorial, and then I made some. I thought, oh, these are cool. And then I saw like a post, like a sponsored post for people selling handmade accessories. I think it was hair bows, I'm not really sure. Could have been hair bows, could have been something else, I'm not sure, because it was like 8 years ago. But then I just put 2 and 2 together, and I thought I could make these and I could sell these. And then I went to my local post office where Jenny was working. She was like our post office lady, and she sorted out all the postage stuff for me. She was like, okay, this is how much it's going to cost to ship here, and you can also ship it overseas for like $2.70 back in the day. Oh, I wish it was still that much, because it shipped in envelopes for non-tracked envelopes. Arrived within a week, 2 weeks. Oh, those were the days, seriously. They don't offer that anymore in Australia. People are trying to protest that though. They're trying to get the cheap shipping back for envelopes. I'm in a group about that on Facebook, and yeah, they're like trying to put it into the ombudsman, because yeah, Australia Post being dodgy about it. But yeah, and that's how it all started for me. Just started my Etsy account, and the way I got big so quick, like I obviously didn't get massive overnight, but like the way that I managed to get a heap of followers so quickly, and I remember that was so good. The way the Instagram algorithm worked back in the day was everything was in chronological order. So whenever someone posted something, like they would get a lot of likes straight away, especially at peak times. I used to send or pay. I used to pay like $5, $10 to these Instagram accounts with had 500,000 followers or 1 million followers. This is back before influencers. And they would post my photo, or I'd send them a product and they'd post my photo for like an hour or a day. And as soon as I posted, I would literally be getting, this person followed you, and it would just like ding, 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 ding. It was the best thing ever. You can't do that anymore. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that anymore, unless you like went for a full-on influencer who had a lot of followers and like really high engagement. But yeah, back in the day it was so much easier to grow. Yeah, I managed to get 10,000 followers within the first 2 years, but a lot of that was through follow for follow as well, which did damage my account beyond repair for about 3 years, so don't recommend that. But yeah, some of them, well, the majority was from doing promoted posts like that. Like I'll literally be messaging people and be like, can I please pay you $10 in PayPal and you post my stuff for 10 minutes? And people do that because they'll send me their rates, and I'll be like, I'm not paying $150 for a day. Like, I'll give you $10, 10 minutes. And yeah, I'll get heaps of followers from it. It was the time. It was the time to be on Instagram, I tell you. Do you plan on using envelopes for international orders again or continue with parcels? So the reason I can't do envelopes is because Australia Post won't let us. We used to be able to, before COVID hit, it was $3.50 to send overseas. So I'll charge like $5, so it would cover like the other costs of packaging. But it was so cheap and it was non-tracked, and as I said, it would arrive within a week or two. Very rarely would it be 3 or 4 weeks. It would only be around Christmas time and February because of snow, I'm pretty sure, especially for US. And yeah, after COVID hit, it was March or April, they said, nope, stopping international like letters. And then they never brought it back. And what they have done is they've added on an extra parcel option or whatnot for $13.70. So like 4 times the price for the exact same thing that it would have cost me $3.50 like 2 years ago. Yeah, it's something I want to bring back, but not until I have definite confirmation. Like there are people that are petitioning to get it back. They've contacted the ombudsman. They're like putting it all forward. They're doing all the right stuff, and you know it could be back within the next few months. But the thing that concerns me as well is that because it's non-tracked, people might complain about how long it's taking, and you know, that sort of thing. But it's something I want to bring back. Like, I could do the cheaper option, which is, it's still like $13. It's still really expensive. And I already do $15 shipping over, I think it's, for US, it's over like $40 or $30. If you buy like a few items, I will lower your shipping costs, like on me, you know. So it's still not worth it bringing back the untracked stuff. And then I also have free shipping worldwide over 120. So yeah, if they bring back the actual shipping, like the free or the envelope shipping, which is cheap, I would consider it. And yeah, it just depends on how postage is going, I guess, at the time, because obviously everything's so delayed because of the borders not opening, and with the new variant, who knows if they will actually open. Like, I know they're saying that they're going to, but yeah, I don't know what's going to go on. When you first started your business, did you register it straight away and pay GST and tax straight away? So no. When I first started, I was 15 and I wasn't earning over the tax-free threshold for Australia, which is around 18,500. So I wasn't earning over that amount. I went to the accountant and he said not to worry about it. So I didn't. So I didn't worry about it. I also didn't apply for an ABN because which is Australian business number, because I was worried it would cost money. It turns out they're free. So, I mean, if you're starting a business, just apply for one because they're free anyway. I didn't register my business name until probably year 3 of my business, which I should have done that earlier because it's only $36 a year. And as for GST, you don't have to pay GST until you're earning over $75,000 per year. So now I pay GST starting in December last year because I earned over that amount. But I didn't before because I didn't need to. And as for tax, once I started earning over $18,000 between my business and my casual jobs, I had 2 at the time, I think, when I actually put the business income all together and did the proper tax stuff because I knew I had earned over. That's when I paid tax on it. And now what I do is, because it's only this and YouTube, I put aside quite a bit of money into a tax account, and I pay that to the government when I do my BAS statement. But before I had GST, like before I did my BAS, I was putting it aside and paying it at the end of the financial year, if that makes sense. If you haven't, you should watch my tax video. I think I explain it pretty well in there. I have a video on tax. It doesn't mention GST though, because I didn't think that was relevant for most of the people that would have been watching. Any tips starting a small business as a teenager in high school? I think I already mentioned this, just tips in general for small business. As a teenager, obviously it's a bit harder because you don't have a license and a car. You have to rely on other people to get you around to the post office. If you I live rural, so it was a bit harder for me to get to the post office. If I did decide to walk, it was 40-minute walk. Or I caught the bus to the post office, and then I would wait for my mum to finish work to come pick me up after school. I don't know, any tips? I can't even think of any tips right now because I already said so many other tips in the video. Yeah, just post consistently, post reels and TikToks, try and get on trends. And I think it's kind of easier for teenagers because they're more inclined to be on top of trends. So you might find it easier for you. I did. I cut it, the avocado fabric. I just rolled it first because this one, these are so long. So I just thought it'd be easier to roll them all. Otherwise I'm cutting into it and it might be wonky. UK is not in the EU anymore. What? Are they? Oh my god. Really? So does that mean they don't have to do that VAT thing? I'm so confused with that VAT stuff. That is literally why I've just stopped putting I just stopped UK and EU on my Shopify because it just confused me. If that's the case, I guess I could put them back on. Because I didn't know what to do with it, with all the VAT stuff. It just confused me. And whenever I tried to look into it, I was like, it's just another thing. It's just another thing I got to do. And I don't think I'm going to get that many orders from there anyway. And Etsy can do that for me, you know. When I weighed it up, it wasn't worth it to have it on the website. I just had it on Etsy. Please do making 1000 XXL scrunchie video. That would be fun. I actually enjoy making the XL scrunchies because they are in the burrito method. Maybe once I get my industrial machine, that might be something to do. Although I feel like the industrial machine would be much better to do my normal scrunchies with because it's just straight stitching. Whereas burrito, I kind of have to keep stopping and starting. I don't know. Possibly something, because I do want to try and keep a stock up in the future, especially for XL scrunchies. I really should have called them oversized scrunchies, but yeah. Some I want to do, trying to keep up stock, but it's just finding the space because as I've mentioned so many times, but this house it's small. It's not very big. I don't really have the space to be putting, thousands of scrunchies anywhere. So I don't know. It's something. Oh god, that was wonky. It's something I want to do, but make heaps of stock and have it ready on hand. It's I'm just gonna have to find a way to do it. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna do it yet. Something for next year that I'm planning to do. When you say you had to start paying taxes over 18,000, I'm getting cramp in my foot. Oh my god. Oh Oh my god, ow. What? When you say you had to start paying taxes at over 18,000 and 75,000, is that after website fees and shipping deductions? That's your revenue. Like, whatever you earned, that's it. Like, if you made $18,000 in sales, including your shipping, including a fees, like, you'll have to pay taxes, not profit. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, it's not profit, 18,000, it's what you make, what the revenue was, not the profit. And the 75,000 is a different tax, so that's the goods and services tax in Australia, which is 10%, which again is why, like, this is why my scrunchies are so expensive, because I'm paying tax, which is 20 to 30%. Like, really, it's 30%, but because I have so many deductions, it lowers it for me. So yeah, I'm paying tax, and then on top of that, I'm paying GST, another 10%. You're looking at 70%, 40%, just there in taxes. And then obviously materials, my time, because I do this full time. This is my job. Like, this is how I'm going to make money. I have to pay myself a wage. And then heaps of other stuff on top of that. Like, you got to think your website, your fees, like everything else. Like, it's not cheap to run a business once you get to sort of a bigger scale. It really isn't. Like, I didn't struggle as much when I was like smaller, because, you know, I wasn't paying GST and I wasn't paying as much in tax, because like once you go up tax bracket, it's even more to be paying. Like, it's higher tax rates. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Have you ever looked at DHL e-commerce for shipping? I haven't. I don't think it would be much better than, like, Australia Post is pretty good, because I can get pretty good discounts. Like, I mean, it's still expensive for like just one scrunchie though. And I think because of the volume I send, I'd rather just stick with the one carrier, because that way I'm getting the most discounts I can. Because if I stop selling, like, shipping overseas orders and I shipped it with DHL, which I don't even know how I'd do that, being where I am. I don't know if they do collections or what. I feel like that would be really hard. But I would probably go down a band and lose money, because like they're tiered. The more you send, the more you save, sort of thing. Don't forget to order more bow clips. I actually should have done that when there was like that massive Black Friday sale, because they usually have pretty good sales on them. I think I'm gonna be okay for now. There's 700 or so left, but maybe I'll order some in Feb, I reckon, because I reckon I'll be getting a bit lower, and I like to have a big stock in them with them. Like, I'm really low on elastic right now. It's sort of freaking me out, because my elastic supplier, they did me a dirty. They didn't realise it, and I pointed it out. I've known this for years. It's been happening for years, but every now and again I'd get this terrible elastic, which I hate. It doesn't work for my scrunchies at all. It's the same sort of elastic, but it's way too stiff. It's terrible. I've really got to fold this because it's going to crease out. Yeah, it's horrible. And they didn't know that they were getting this random elastic sent to them. They didn't realise it, and no one had told them or mentioned it, obviously, in the 3 or 4 years that it's been happening. And I called them out for it, because I like messaged them. I'm like, can you please make sure that I don't get the terrible elastic? I want this sort of elastic. And they had no idea what I was talking about. They're like, this girl is crazy. What is she on about? And I sent them so many photos, so many like videos, we called so many times. They still sent me the wrong stuff. So I say again, like, I send this massive email. I'm like, oh, I'm getting so frustrated. And he calls the supplier, because he's like, oh, he calls me up and he's like, oh, Taylah, I'm sorry, I have no idea what's going on. Let me try, call the supplier. He calls the supplier, confirmed that the supplier sometimes sends out the wrong sort of elastic, different elastic to what they usually get. And this has been going on for years. So I'm like, so they finally figured it out. Anyway, so I just placed another order and I've like been in contact with them. I'm like, look, make sure, again, it's the right stuff. I can't use the other stuff. It's not viable for my business. Make sure it's the right stuff, please. I'm begging you. So they called me up and they say they've only got the other hard elastic in stock for the thins. So I'm gonna have to be really scarce with the thin elastic, I think, because I've only got one reel left. But I think they had the 20 millimeter, like my thick elastic, which was okay. So I was glad about that. And yeah, she figured it out, and like she even said herself, this was a new lady I was talking to. She was like, oh yeah, that is definitely a different elastic, and I was like, yes, thank you. Like I could tell from the photos, I could tell so many different ways. I'm like, that is not the correct elastic. This is not the stuff I've been getting for the last like few years. It's dense. It's so dense. I can't use it. Like I have to have a very, very specific elastic for my scrunchies. Without my elastic, my scrunchies would be, nothing. Like it's like the most important part of my scrunchies because it just makes me different from everyone else, So yeah. That was my massive spiel about the elastic. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make many thin elastics for markets and stuff because I just don't have the stock, and I need to save that for anyone that orders online and wants the thin stuff, because I do offer thin elastic online if you request it. Like you have to leave a note, and I do them, but yeah, I can't exactly like say, oh, can't do it because I've run out. So I'm gonna have to be scarce with it, at least until I get my elastic order and see what they've put in there. Yeah, I have to find another supplier, maybe like a backup supplier, just in case they do end up running out and don't have any on order and stuff. Because I do really need more right now. I've only got, I think, 150 meters left, I think, which isn't a lot. Look how crinkled that is. Nice rolling though. How much stock do you recommend taking to markets? I usually take all I've got. Honestly, I take everything that I have. It's hard to sort of judge what the market's going to be like. Some markets I go to thinking that they're going to be terrible and they turn out to be like one of the best markets I've ever been to. And then other markets I go to are just meant to be like awesome, and I do terrible at them. So you just never know. I've got to cut that one. Oops. Now I've got 3 of them. So yeah, I usually just take as much as I can, because I never have enough stock on hand anyway. So I'll usually spend a day, at least a day, or half a day, 2 days sometimes, making market stock for the markets and really trying to pump out as much as I can. I don't know why I'm doing this, because I've got nothing to put this on. Oh well. Damn. I ran out of boards. Well, that are here. I don't think I have any in there. This is my new pineapple one. It reminds me of a fabric I used to have. It was from Spoonflower. When I used to order from Spoonflower back in the day. Before the conversion rates, I swear conversion rates for US used to be so good back in the day. When I first started, they were so much better than they are now. Because yeah, I remember Spoonflower being so cheap. Now it's not. It's really expensive, especially shipping. I went to go order it, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years after I made my first initial order. I couldn't believe the shipping. I was like, oh god, can't pay that. Making nothing on the scrunchies. I'm just folding this because it's going to end up trashed if I don't, even though I don't have the board. What else we got? That's so exciting, Marissa. Well, I hope you do well at your market. Yes, Sophie, I do remember that. Oh, yeah, some suppliers just don't know. And the worst part is my supplier is in Australia, like they are an Australian business because I wanted to support Australian business rather than outsourcing. But yeah, so it's not like it's a communication barrier or anything. So I don't know. Did you go to the Spotlight VIP night? I did. Reese was home, but he wasn't feeling well. So that was the night I went to my mum's for dinner. I think it's in the vlog. I did a vlog about it, not about that, but I think it was in the last vlog actually. Yeah, I went to my mum's. What was in the vlog before that? No, it was in this vlog. The one I just posted. And then my dad called me and was like, hey, he just asked some questions about, I think, curtains. So yeah, I ended up saying, okay, let's go to Spotlight because there's a VIP thing on and like you can get, $40 off when you spend $100. So we went in and I think Dad ended up using it 3 times. And I ended up using it, I think 3 or 4 times as well. But I have different cards as well. So it's like, I kind of can. I've got 4 Spotlight cards now because I've got 3, like I got one for my old address, I got one for this address, I've got one in my business name, and then I have one for my mum's. I have my mum's on there. I have so many. Ew, this has like stuff all over it. So yeah, we ended up using it so many times. But I mean, they still have the coupon code anyway, so I think they still have it till the 5th, so you can still go. I don't know, I didn't even think the VIP night was like amazing anyway. Like they had 50% off poplin, but I mean the poplin, there was nothing there. I bought 1 meter of something because that's all that was left. And it was pretty much the only fabric that I wanted. And then I got deluxe satin. That's really all I got that night. It was more when I went to sale when I went crazy. And that was that weekend, I think. I know, I talk about the sales spotlight so much. It's like, oh my god, the sales spotlight, like love hard eyes. Seriously, it's the best. It's where I want to go. Every time I have a marketing sale, it's like, gotta go there. And I always call them up as well before I go because, sometimes they don't do the massive clearance sale thing. They have, usually they have 50% off the marked clearance price, which is like the best. So usually I call them up and I ask them, I'm like, hey, what's the go? Is there much stuff, And yeah, they're usually pretty good. They tell me how much stuff they have, and they're like, oh yeah, we've got heaps, and it's all really cheap, it's half price, the clearance price, and then I just get excited. That's so exciting. There's so many of you guys booking your craft fairs and like markets and stuff. I need to do another market video, like not a vlog, like advice video. I should put that on my Instagram and see what you guys want answered. And maybe like even do like a mock setup of my gazebo and show you guys what I do and how I set up. And how I set up the gazebo by myself, because that's quite funny to watch. Because my gazebo, as much as I love it, it is absolute pain to set up by yourself because it's compact. I have a Volkswagen Polo that's smaller than a Golf Volkswagen, so it's tiny. It's like a beep beep, tiny little beep beep car, and I fit all my market stuff in there, including the gazebo. So I have this. I think it stands up to here. It's compact, so it's not as sturdy as the one that's not compact because it's got more crossovers and stuff. So I don't know, if you have the space, I'll definitely recommend getting the sturdier one, or the full size one, which, what's the brand? Oh god. Altegra. If you're in like Australia, in Melbourne, they're actually based in Melbourne, local business. They are amazing. Love them. See so many people with Altegra now. They're just such good marquees. This one's so hard to fold. What am I up to? Sophie, I have so many of those. I haven't been able to sell any. I wish I put them up online earlier, but I just didn't have time. So now I'm kind of stuck with them, and I don't know if they're going to sell at markets. Maybe what I'll do is I'll lower the price and only put like 2 in. Maybe that will be more, I don't know, affordable sort of thing. I might do that, and I'll just charge like 22 rather than 20. So then it's like you get the ball as well. I don't know. That's actually probably a good idea to try and get them moving, because they are not moving. Because at the moment they're 38 for 4 scrunchies with ball. People have been buying the 4 scrunchies just without the ball. Like they'll pick 4 scrunchies out. I'm like, do you want the ball? Nah, I want to wear them now. Okay. So they're not really buying them for gifts. They're sort of buying them for themselves. So I don't know. Have to see. Maybe I will do that. I'll change the scrunchie. That's a good idea. Thanks for making me think that. Would you recommend sorting out card payments for your first time market or just doing cash only? It really depends on the market. So if you're only doing and it depends on where you live. Oh my god, it does. So down my way, I live regional, so a lot of people still have cash. But when you go up to Melbourne, a lot of people are taking card. And then again, it depends if it's a market that's promoted or if it's just a Sunday market. If it's a Sunday market sort of thing, like it's not a very big deal sort of market, then I don't think you would really need to get a card for your first market. But if you're actually doing a proper market that, it's quite an expensive one, that it possibly isn't on every month, or if it is on every month, they like heavily promote it. Like if there's a big turnout sort of thing, I'd recommend getting a card reader. I recommend the square one. I also have in my descriptions for my videos, I have a $1,000 link. You can get $1,000 free processing fees if you sign up with the link. I don't know. So it'll give us $1,000 each. Like me and you will both get $1,000 free processing. But yeah, just really depends on the market, and you won't, if you've never been before and you have no idea, it might be worth getting one anyway if you are considering doing markets for the long haul, because they are only about $59. So they're really cheap compared to what you used to have at markets. I know when I first started markets ages ago, I had to get a PayPal one. That was $100 and something, and it lasted a year before it conked out on me. I was so mad. But yeah, there's definitely other alternatives if you need. Yeah, and then they used to have to do them through the bank, and they were so expensive. The fees on there were crazy. I just know I see so many posts about that, saying, "Oh my god, I used to use this, now I use Square, and it's so much better." And it's just easy. Just tap. When I first started, well, not first, but when I first got Square, I actually had the insert one into your phone, but nah, don't get that. Especially because most phones don't have the, is it aux cord anymore? They don't, it's the jack, yeah, I don't know, the port. They don't have that port anymore, so it's really hard to even use that style. So that's why the tap one's so good. You can also do it without having an actual terminal thing. You can do it manually as well if you didn't want to get it straight away. I don't know if you need it straight away. I just know maybe if you like bought the $19 one, like you could probably use it. I don't know if you need it straight away to do that, to do manual card payments. But yeah, you pretty much just enter in the customer's details and yeah, it does it all for you. But I wouldn't recommend it for like a busy market because it does take a lot of time. But if you ever run flat or something's going on, it might be worth checking out so you can still make that card sale. This is very badly wrapped. I should have put it on one of the boards, one of the bolts actually, because there's so much of it. Okay. So buy a new car, new business name. Well, I can't drive anything bigger than the car I have. I'm not a very good driver. Like I am, but oh god no. I couldn't reverse. Couldn't reverse a bigger car than my one. Parking, god no. I can't do a bigger car. Not yet. I'm not ready for a bigger car. That's the reason I've still got the small car, because I just could not. I just could not. Like, I struggle enough in my little Polo. It's so embarrassing. So bad. I need to go to reversing camera on it. That maybe like a car that has all those like fancy features, like the reversing camera and all that sort of stuff. Maybe I'll feel more comfortable driving a bigger car, and like the ding 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 when you're getting close to something. But my car doesn't have any of that, and I don't know. Like I hate driving Reese's car because Reese has a, what does he have? What does he have? He has a Toyota Hilux. It's massive. I hate driving it because I actually refuse to drive it because it's just so big on the road. I feel like I'm on the other side of the road. I can't even reverse park in the Polo. Like, don't expect me to do it in a Ute. Oh no, I'm so bad. On my driver's license test, you had to do like a reverse parallel park, and that was the one thing I was terrible at. Like sometimes sometimes you just have to do a 3-point turn, and 3-point turns are so easy. But then you had to do a parallel park, and I had to do it in a big car, because I was doing it with a driving instructor. When I got to the end of my license, I got like the driving instructor to give me like lessons and stuff. And yeah, God, that was hard. I did it. I did it perfectly too, but I've never done it again. Never again. My little car, I can just drive into parking spaces. I can just, straight in. Maybe like a little reverse, little forward, and it's perfect. Don't have to do nothing else. Don't need no fancy backing in. No. Terrible. So these are so long. Oh my god. Oh. We've still got a lot of people watching. I didn't think there'd be this many people still. Like when we first started, there was only 40. And then it got up to like, I don't even know how many. I think 150. I don't know. It would tell me right at the end how many was like my biggest amount. So quiet. I feel like I've just stopped talking and now it's like too quiet in the house. I want to let it flow in. I've only got a couple more fabrics to go. I'm excited. I feel so bad for leaving her out for so long. She probably like dug a hole. She was looking at me. how's your dog? Flo's great. She's such a cutie. Oh my god, I bought so much stuff for her. I cannot wait. Definitely follow me on my business Instagram because I'll be posting on there once it arrives. Because I've got heaps of stuff from Pooch & Co. at the market. And then I went online I've been following this person for so long, Holly & Co. I'm not sure I don't think she's handmade anymore. I don't think so, but I couldn't find any info to whether she's handmade. But I reckon she used to be, I think. I swear she used to be because I went right back and I was like, that looks handmade. But the stuff that I ordered, I don't think is handmade. I don't know. It could be handmade. I don't know. But I mean, it was way too cheap to be handmade, I think. So, whatever. But they're so cute. I bought her 3 matching harness, collar, bow tie, and a lead. Oh, and the poopy bag thing. Poopy bag. Yeah, I bought her 3 matching ones. And then I bought her some odd pieces, like Christmas stuff and like a other cheap thing. Yeah. So she's going to be so spoiled for Christmas. Well, I'm probably not going to wait till Christmas. I'm going to probably pick an outfit out for her so she can wear that when I walk her. But yeah, I'm so excited. And I also got some other bows and a Christmas gift pack from Pooch & Co. And I also got a car restraint, which I thought was really cool. I actually hadn't seen those before, like especially a pretty one. So I got a car restraint for my car, and I got a leash, another leash, from Pooch & Co. But yeah, I got matching ones from Holly & Co. Yeah. How long have you had a live by this point? Oh, it's a good question. I think I started at 8 o'clock. 8:30? Did I start at 8 o'clock? I think I started at 8. Would have been around 8 o'clock this time, which is, it's now 11:30. So, oh god, nearly 3 hours, I reckon. Maybe more. But we're almost done. I'm just cutting up these last ones. And I might get back on tomorrow for another live during the day while I'm making my bows, because I feel like that's something I can do while talking. I did get better at this while talking, so hopefully I'll be able to get better at I'll be able to make bows and do this too. Where's that? I'm gonna have way too much fabric now, like pre-cut for the markets. I'm gonna have to go through it again and figure out what I actually want out of here, because I'm not gonna be able to make this many scrunchies. Because what, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 30, 31, 32, 33, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. There's pretty much 50. Oh yeah, there is 50. Times by like, yeah, there's going to be like at least 200. Actually, there'll be more than that. 50, 100. Yeah, there'll be more than 200 pieces like that I can make out of scrunchies here. You know what? That probably could be manageable. I could probably do that in 2 days. I could do that. I've done more in less time. Let's make a white XL. I haven't done those yet. Not in ages. Alright, I'm gonna do a white one. That might be popular for Christmas. Alright. Oh god. It really is way too quiet in here. It's creeping me out. Glittery rainbow fabric. Glittery rainbow fabric that Sarah would have purchased. Which would that have been? Glitter rainbows. I'm gonna have to go look at the video. I can't think of that at all. Glitter rainbows. Is it like actual rainbows or is it like stripes? Oh, was it a metallic-y one with spots in it and it was like really bright? Let me know. Where did you get your crochet baskets and that circle sign? Crochet baskets were from, who was it? Oh no, that's so bad, I should know her name. Flossie and Me. Flossie and Me is who I got the crochet baskets from. They are so cute. Yeah, she made them for me this year. And the sign I got from The Etched Co. So Shan does all my signage and he also made the scrunchie stands. And I'm also getting him to make some ornaments for me. Reese doesn't know this yet, and I doubt he's going to watch this whole video, so hopefully he doesn't, because it's a surprise. But I'm getting like a little, there's like a wooden line, and it's going to say Flow, like engraved and stuff, and like with a little paw print cut out. And then another one with our first Christmas together, because like me and Reese's first Christmas together. So I'm going to get that done as well, and like have our names. So yeah, that's what I'm getting done by The Etched Co as well. Some little Christmas ornaments because I thought they were cute. And I've left it like too late to sort of get them handmade anywhere else with shipping and stuff. Alright. Have you ever considered making little handkerchief collar things? I haven't. I had a lot of people back in the day, they were like, oh, you should make bonnets. And like I'd see her all the time at paper markets. Oh, make bonnets. Like they're not gonna sell bonnets. I'm like, ah. She just kept coming up to me. And like they're like, I think they're like those kids things, you know. And I didn't really sell kids stuff. Like I saw the bows, but that's about it. So it didn't really go with what I was selling anyway. Because I didn't really want to do baby stuff. I wanted to more go into teens and adult sort of thing. So yeah, Jane, I'm going to have to look at the video talking about, but I think if I remember correctly, I can go have a look in a second actually. I'll go have a look at Sarah's order. But I think it's the rainbow metallic sparkles and that would have been from Spotlight. Oh, well, I can just say any of the fabrics you see are from Spotlight. Whether they have them still is going to be the tricky part because most of my fabrics have been discontinued because I've been collecting them over the space of 8 years. So yeah, I have a pretty extensive collection. And that specific one though, if it's the one I'm thinking of, they might still have it though. How long do you plan on being live today? I'm actually leaving in about 5 minutes. I'm going to let it flow in and then I'm going. Because I've just finished cutting all my fabric. I'm going to start putting it away. I love your dress. Thank you. I get to put my Christmas tree out tomorrow. I'm so excited. Yes, I put my Christmas tree out with Reese. And it was so, I don't know, it was really good. It was really nice. It looks really cute. I went to buy more like decorations though because I felt like it was a bit bare. It was so hard though, like, oh, this is the fabric I was thinking of. Is it that? If it is, it's from Spotlight. What was the name? Oh yeah, I went to Kmart to get like Christmas decorations and there was nothing there. They had nothing. Oh, it was so annoying because like it was late and I wanted to get everything done, you know. I just wanted everything done and we couldn't because they had one Christmas tree that we actually liked, so we ended up getting it, but we should have probably waited until the others came in. But I mean, this one's still really nice. and it was pretty cheap as well. It was like only $75. I was gonna leave those there. Oh, I missed one. Ah. You need a filing system for the cut fabric. Yeah, I know. I don't have the room. I have too many fabrics. I need to declutter my fabrics. I need to get rid of half of them. Okay, cool. That's good. Valentine's coat is so pretty. It's on clearance. Oh, I'm gonna have to go check that out. Ring up a few stores. I love that one. I tried to have a look in Coles and Woolies and they didn't have any that I liked, like that went with the tree. Because I went for a gold theme with a hint of blue. I went to the reject shop and got heaps from there. I went back today and got heaps more because we didn't actually get it in the first time because I was still debating on what colour to do. And then we went to Harris Scarf. And usually I don't shop at Harris Scarf because it's really expensive, but all the stuff was half price and actually turned out to be kind of like the same price as Kmart anyway. And all their bauble things were so pretty. So yeah, went with blue. Why is there a red? Oh my god, he put a red one on my tree and he thought I wouldn't notice and I didn't until just now. I don't like red. I hate the colour red. Oh, you wait until I talk to him. Because one of the packs we got, it came with like 5 of these red ones. And I was like, they're not going on the tree. It's gold and blue only. He thinks he's funny. Yeah, I'm definitely going to add more fabric. You need to put padlocks on your sewing scissors so no one gets to them. Yeah, Big W has a good range, but they're a bit far away. They're like in the next town over. So I wasn't able to go to there, unfortunately. But I kept seeing it on, like when I typed in baubles to go like buy some. What thread brand do you recommend? I only use cheap stuff, but once I get my industrial, I'll probably have to start using some actual good stuff. I only use like birch, but I'll probably have to start using something else. I don't know why I hate red so much. You know, the funny thing is, I actually used to love red. Red used to be my favourite colour. So, you know, when I I was probably 8 and I was really, really into like Chinese culture and I painted my room red. I had all these, like the, I don't know what you call them, like the, not graphics, but like the words in the Chinese lettering. I had all these, anything I found at a garage sale, which was Chinese, in my room. I loved it. And like Japanese culture, all of it. I loved it. And like, yeah, and I don't know. And I guess sleeping in a red room for so long, I didn't like it. Because even after I took all my, I got over that phase and like took everything down, my room was still red for years until I was like, nah, I hate the colour red now. It's got to go. So I had to paint it, and I painted it. What colour did I paint it? Grey. Yeah, it went grey. White walls, and then the back wall, with like the feature wall, was grey. I used to hate pink. That's how funny. That used to be the colour I hated, like probably through my red phase, and like even after that, I hated the colour pink, and then I don't know. Now I love it. It's my favourite colour now. Okay, I'm gonna let Flo in, and then we're gonna go to bed because she's probably so tired. What do you got? Come. Oh, not me. Come here. Say hi. Hi. What have you got? Yeah? You excited to be inside now? Yeah. Your paws are wet. I don't want them on me. They should have been digging. Good girl. Alright. I reckon that's my time to go to bed because I'm tired and so is Flo. Ah! You're wet. I don't want you on me. Ah! Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining in the live. I'm going to sleep now. Just answering that last question, when will you post a new YouTube video? I post every Thursday at night time in Australia time. So yeah, the next one will be up on Thursday. Alright, good night everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.